Alito, how's everyone this rising? Let me turn my chat on and we can get right to it. Boom, 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 boom. I know a lot of people a little sluggish because time went forward. So if you think it's 6:49, you are off. You late for work. I think you better get on up. But Grand Rising, everybody. Grand Rising. Coach Krewkut. Today's topic. Alito, Tasha, Alito. We're going to hit today's topic real quick. Lloyd, what's good? Grand Rising and you. Summer Rain, Alito. Indigo, Moody, Alito, Grand Rising. Now, if I'm looking this way, I got multiple screens, so you have to excuse me with the cameras. Okay, now I'm going to hit it real quick and let everybody know what's going on so I can hit this. Go ahead and hit this real quick. Let's see here. Now, if you are not on Grandma Killers, you are going to miss this live. I'm about to hit Change for the American Indians. This is going to be mostly, I should have put a question mark, but I put an exclamation point. Change for the American Indians, because I'm not asking, I'm just basically saying that only way we're going to have a change is we got to change. So basically, change for the American Indians this rising. And at the end of the day, it all goes down to getting back to your family and dealing with your family. That's going to be the only way that we're going to have any type of change around here. So on that note, I need everybody to come on over to No Grandma Killers, because we're going to go over here to No Grandma's Killers channel on YouTube. Please like, subscribe, share the page. Let everybody know we over here, because you all know that we will be having guests on this channel. So I'm streaming everywhere so everyone would know that we are on No Grandma Killers page on YouTube. So if you're on Facebook, I'm sorry. If you anywhere else, Tasha She page on Facebook, Phoenix Moon page on Facebook. We all are leaving. All these pages are closing, and we all are going to be streaming live right here, right now, on No Grandma Killers on YouTube. Okay, so I'm shutting them down now so I can get this work. I got some folks calling in, and I'm trying to have everybody on the same page. All right, so all right, y'all, here we go. I'm about to shut these down, and we're going to get our call in. Someone's been asking me questions this morning, because I get up. Everyone, most people know I get up early. I believe in the early bird gets the worm. So I'm trying to, while I'm working, my cousin had hit me, and he was texting me. And he was like, so Ancestry is the most trusted place for DNA testing. So as I got ready to text him back, I got to thinking, like, a lot of people thinks that the DNA testing is a great thing. So I was like, well, you've been asking me a lot of questions, and I see him from time to time. He don't stay where I stay, so in the area I stay. So I just said, call in, and we'll have a discussion, and I told him I'm going to go live. So I was sending him the number, the live call-in number, and while he's calling in, I'm going to get everybody over to No Grandma Killers so we can just all be in one page and get this going. So if you're anywhere else, we closing it down right now. 13 people in Phoenix Moon page. We're going to No Grandma Killers page. All right, I'm out. It's No Grandma Killers No Grandma Killers on YouTube. If you pull it up and don't see anything, if you don't see this symbol behind me, then you need to go to filters and hit channel. All right, let me see. We got Urban American, Aboriginal, and Indigenous Voices. African Americans ain't Africans. Phoenix Moon page on Facebook. Tasha She on YouTube. Tasha She on Facebook. Tasha She on Facebook. Aboriginal Americans. Okay, now we here. I'm gonna give everybody just a hot, quick sec to get in, and then we're gonna bust it. We're gonna run off. We're not gonna wait all day, because I know he's getting ready to call in. I know he probably has to work. And I'm gonna let him get his questions in this rising. I thought they were some good questions. A lot of people might ask you the same questions. So I figured, let me get this brother to call me, and well, he's my cousin, my first cousin at that. So I'm gonna let him call in, ask the questions that he was texting me this morning, so I didn't have to text him a whole, you know what I'm saying? Here he is, right here. Cuzzo,
Hold on. Yo,
what's
Cuzzo,
going on, Cuzzo?
can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you good. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
All right. So what's good with you?
Man, everything good. I've just been watching some videos all morning, man. I was looking at Dan Colloway this morning, and
Uh
well, that's most of the that's the main person I've been watching. But I was trying to see how to get like how valid are DNA tests, man, because a lot of people saying that the DNA tests aren't real and that it's rigged or whatnot. So like, what way like you can have concrete evidence like of who you are?
Well, it's a lot of ways. Um, you're gonna have to really take your time. And like I'm related to you through your father. I just told him we first cousin. Everybody, this is John Michael, and he has a. What's your YouTube channel?
My
Don't you have?
YouTube channel, my YouTube channel is Financial Fashion Co.
Okay. All right, and I'll get that up. I'm gonna get that screen up here in a few. Okay, I'm gonna post it so people can come check you out. All right.
Right.
So, but now back to the DNA question. Now, Um, a lot of people have already done DNA tests, and most of the time you see what you call these celebrities do these DNA tests, and now they all in Africa and stuff. But then, like someone said, let me see, what's the brother name? I think Bones used to say all the time, and this was it just came to my head, and Bones used to always say this. All right, shout out to Bones. All right, he said he used to say, if I have a child in Chicago, and then I have a child in Miami, and then I die or something like that or something, and they did a DNA test, how would they know where he was from? It was some of that nature. But what I'm saying is this: if I do a DNA test, I can tell that child is mine. But ain't nobody over there in Africa digging up bones and stuff and doing DNA tests on them to trying to connect people to places. Now another thing, we already know they trying to take the land that we on off the rip. That's the main thing that's been going on since they've been here. Is they've been taking the land. So if they can trick your mind somewhere else, then it's easier to take the land because you don't think that the ground that you're walking on that you belong to. You belong
Is
somewhere
yours?
else.
Wow.
Right. So I didn't seen a lot of like court cases where DNA companies has been sued, class action suits. I believe it was a white lady one time. She did a DNA test, and then she did her dog's DNA test, and it came back exactly matched the exact same. She did the DNA test of the dog and put a name on it, and it came back the exact same place as hers came back, and she took it to court and she sued them. Now, if you look at the DNA
Wow.
test, if you look at the DNA testing, it was safe for entertainment purposely only. And Pan Africans, they hate when you say this, but it says, if you read them, it says for entertainment purposes only. So you really don't want to, you can't go to court and say, hey, I did a DNA test and they tracked me back to da da da, and these my people. It's not going to work. You're going to have some paperwork to back up what that DNA test just said. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So you need to go find out who your mama's mama is. You kind of get what I'm saying? And I kind of know a little bit of your mother's side. I know y'all got land all out there in Savannah, horses and all that other stuff. And I already know that you all are indigenous to the land just from talking to your mom. So um, it's just you need to sit down and really do it and connect the dots. And when you get stuck, you can reach out to people like me or Phoenix or Tasha Shea and get the help you need to get further. Or not just us. You can go to the National Archives over there on Jonesboro, right there in front of Clayton State.
Uh
You
huh.
can go in there and get your genealogy done, and they have genealogy classes in there while you get your genealogy done, where they're showing you how to do it and get a certificate for doing it. So it's a lot
Okay,
of
what
ways
what do you learn? What do you learn from genealogy?
you learn who your people are. You find out who your mother's mother is, or your father's mother's mother, or your father's fathers. Because once you get back to 20 generations, you over a million ancestors. So it's a lot of work, and it's a never ending story of finding ancestors. You get what I'm saying? Now I'm
Gotcha.
talking about parents. That's over a million parents, just 20 generations back.
Damn. Yeah. Yeah.
That's a lot, ain't it?
Yeah. It is.
So that means you got a lot of work to do if you can't only find but five or four. That means you got some work to do.
Man, what?
Yep. So you'll never know who you are. And everybody's phrase is what? Everybody like to say, know thyself, and know thyself. So how are you gonna know yourself if you don't know yourself?
Right.
I'm just trying to figure that out. So you had any more questions? Or was that able to help you out a little bit?
Yeah, that was able to help me out a lot. The good thing is that you actually gave me a hard location I can go and get some information on, man, because I want to know.
Now the libraries, a lot of people be talking about these stuff. They have these search engines for free. Like I was at the let me see. Oh, okay. Somebody said what happened is not live anymore. We are on no grandma killers. I had to tell them where we was at, y'all. Okay. Yeah, the libraries, just your local library, they have them ancestries for free. So if you don't have the funding to say, you don't have the funding to pay for the ancestry, because I know ancestry is, I think it's free for 2 weeks. You put your card information in, and in 2 weeks they're gonna bap you. I don't know how much it is off the top of my head right now. It's been a minute, but yeah, they're gonna bap you. I'm trying to make sure. Okay, yeah. All right, here we go. I'm trying to get to the chat and see what they had to say. You know, people always add. You know, I don't know everything, but I know a little
Right,
bit.
gotcha. Gotcha. Gotcha.
So yeah, you the library helps out. Let me see what people are saying.
So when you go to the library, what you say? You just say, like, saying what you ask for. You just ask to use the computer, or
Yeah, just ask to use the computer, and as soon as you log in, somebody said $20. As soon as you log into, let me get over here to where these comments at. My bad. I'm trying to get where the comments at so I can. Here we go right here. Okay, let me see. Morning. What's up, my people? Elito Great Ones, Great Lord Slim Bull. Hold on, I'm trying to catch up and see. Can I get your email, brother? I trace my lineage to 0900s to ancestors from England. I just have so much info. Found Frederick Douglas and Henry the Eighth. Okay, she said now it's working. Okay, and Henry the Eighth in my lineage. Wow, did you hear that? So she did her genealogy and she got back to the 900s. Wow.
yeah, I think you said something about Henry the Eighth.
Yeah, she said she found them in her lineage. Cause if you go back 20 generations, I told you got a million ancestors. This ain't no telling who you gonna find. Ain't no telling who you might find. Let me
Okay,
see.
so when you get to the library, you log into the computer.
And go to ancestry.com. It should be automatically free when you ain't no. You know what I'm saying? It should be a. Let me see. The library is good for census records. For us, 1870 is the furthest for most. Okay, he said 1870. I've seen some. My people had some on the census a little further than that. Let me see. Is a good resource for your cousin. He says access genealogy. Access. You got something to write this down, cuzzo? Or matter of fact, log into YouTube if you got a phone or something that you can log into,
Yeah, I'm
and
doing
go
it on my phone
to
right now.
okay, you want to go to No Grandma Killers. Hey y'all, do y'all hear echo? Is it echoing for people? I'm trying to make sure it's not echoing. Let's see. Emancipation 1863. When
Yeah,
you
I'm
go
on
to
no.
you don't know Grandma Killers on YouTube?
Yeah,
Okay, go to the chats and then just make sure you mute your mute it so it don't come through the feed. And you can read the what the people are saying because they're gonna give you a lot of information as well. Thank you, Tasha. And this is what's need to be done. I'm not the greatest at genealogy, okay, but I do know how to get you started and get you in there, and then you get stuck. You might have to go find a professional, but I can look all places now. At the National Archives over there on Jonesboro, in front of the Clayton State University, when you go in there and get on their computers, they got everything for free, like the newspaper links, the all these paid websites that you would normally pay for. They have them all for free. Census, death certificates, marriage. That it's a whole lineup of different things, and they will be free of charge. And then when you get stuck, it'll be a lady sitting over there in the corner when you go to the National Archives, and they can try to help you find certain things and give you searching tips to help you find your people. So it's very good. Everyone should have a National Archives somewhere in their state. Look it up, find out where it is. Them people are very good at helping you find your folks. Now, sometimes they might try to block you on some information, but just pay very attention to what's going on. Tashi says, the library has many resources besides census, even family genealogy books. Y'all hear that? Family genealogy books. All right, so that's a good thing. Now, Tasha, if you want to, I can send you a link if you're free. You can come in and speak on it as well. You know, I'm good on anyone that can help us get this information. But like I said, the library is the great place to start, unless you just got money in the wallet and you just want to go ahead and spend. You know what I'm saying? Spend some money and just pay for all that stuff yourself. That's on you. Also, when you get to the National Archives, they're gonna have a long list of people that's certified at doing genealogy as well. But you won't get that life history story if you don't dig and do it yourself. Because, like I said, probably about a week ago, as I was digging mine, I found out that my grandmother's father, when I was going through his lineage, was murdered on 111th and Vincennes in Chicago. And I've just been really trying to dig in. I found it in a newspaper link, and I've just been trying to dig that up and find out more about it. Find out who. It don't say who killed him or none of that. So I really been digging. I wouldn't have known that if I wouldn't have did my genealogy, because nobody in my family was talking about it. You kind of get what I'm saying?
gotcha.
That's like your granddaddy. He murdered. I mean, he didn't. He wasn't murdered. He went to work and the guy didn't pay him, and I believe he went back to work, and some led to some. He went back and didn't get paid, and he killed him, and he went to jail. I think it was probably for like 7 years or something like that, and got out. I don't. It's crazy, but
My
you
granny
wouldn't know
bad
these.
boy or who?
No, Wade. I think it was Wade. It would be your great grandfather. It'll be your daddy's. No, your grandmama's daddy's daddy, something like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Maylene's father.
All right.
So that lineage is just you wouldn't know until you start digging. You gotta dig now. Now the McGlendons is what Tasha she said on the top, on the Georgia surnames the other day, and when we was working on our genealogy through Bad Boy's mom, see it's a whole bunch of ways you can attack this thing. We went through Bad Boy's mother's mother, and they ended up their last name was McClendon's out of Meriwether County, and that's right there by One Indian Springs, where all the wars and stuff took place in Georgia, and their names is on the rolls as well. So that already lets you know that you're Indian. That's proof right there that you're Indian, Cuzzo, just through your grandfather's mother. So it's a lot of ways you can attack it, and we just been studying up on who we are to get this information to people.
So
So
what do
that's
you
all.
suggest? What do you suggest? So what do you call yourself? Do you go as? Do you just say you're Indian, or do you just say you black?
Well, I don't use the word or the description black because even a child, if you ask a child to take some crayons and color themselves, they're not going to get a black crayon. So it's kind of hard to call yourself black. It's almost going against common sense and logic when my skin tone is not black. And then you definitely not black. I mean, do you look black, bro? You would
Shit.
be considered the red man, won't you think?
No, I'm saying so. I'm saying so. What is that though? We say like a lot of
Well,
people call
well, to
themselves
me,
black.
as I've been learning, you wouldn't call yourself a native because the word native means to you was born here, but your ancestors are from somewhere else. So you wouldn't label yourself as a native. But if you look up the definition of the word American, it kind of more describes us to the T. It says originally the copper color people. So I will just stick with American Indian, and then when you see the census, you will see American Indian on there as well. So I just stick with American Indian. That's about the smartest thing to me to run with. Now, also, I heard someone say that it takes 70 years for something to update. American 1828 Webster Dictionary, cuz that's the definition of American that you want to look up. We were always told he was from Lynchburg, but they said no record of his birth is there. Well, you got to do more looking. Look at the churches and different things like that because it might be stuck in the back of a Bible, and that's talking to Daryl Thornhill. My bad, cuz. All right, so yeah, but yeah, I identify as American Indian, point blank, period. On my
Okay.
driving license, on everything that I have, it says American Indian. When I go to the doctor, anywhere I go, I label it as American Indian.
Okay, bro.
All right, but yeah, just stay in tune. I got an event coming up April 4th. It'll be
Yeah,
a
I want to
nice
be there,
one.
man, because it sounds
Yeah,
interesting, man.
make sure that you and your lady come. Check out the website, nograndmakillers.com. Check out all the information. You won't need no hotel or nothing. It's right up the street from where you stay, so it's not far from
Yeah.
you. And I'll probably ride with you or something or meet you there. But we'll be in touch and just hit me up. You got any more questions though for the people? Cause you got some good questions.
I'll probably have a ton of them soon. Like I ain't finished yet, but that's it for right now.
Okay, all right. Thank you for calling, Cuzzo. And you know where I'm at. You can come see me anytime.
Already, because I appreciate it.
All right, man. Talk to you later.
Yep.
So, that's my cousin, my first cousin. Like I said, he was texting me this morning, and I was gonna text him a book, but I was sitting here setting up my live, and I'm like, man, I ain't got time to text you, so just call me, and I'll just bring it on into the live. All right, so how's everyone doing this rising? I hope everyone's doing great. Let me see, there's three. Okay, here we go. I'm going totally lost, but I'm going. Okay, well, let's get it done. Check out the Library of Virginia. They have records for all counties in Virginia. Y'all heard that? Check out the Library of Virginia. They have records for all counties in Virginia. Now, let me hit this. It'll be number 4. Okay, boom. Let me tackle this before I get to work because I got some things I want to touch on. Okay, first thing at hand, don't forget to get your tickets because they running fast. As soon as I wake up, I'm seeing more and more and more people getting their tickets. And when I get offline, I'm going to do a count to see how close we are before we are sold out. I want to make sure it's enough room and everyone is comfortable there. So make sure you get those tickets. You can go on Eventbrite, but mostly check out the website, www.nograndmakillers.com. And you can call in live if you have any questions, 678 250-3777. I was sitting here trying to get that banner up. I wanted to get my cousin in because he was calling, and I didn't want to hold him up. I know he probably had to work or something like that. But I'm going to go ahead and put all this in on the ticker, and you'll be able to catch it. Do you know if there are any lists from the Thornhill plantations in Alabama? I think Alabama is next. Tasha, is Alabama next on the list? Because I know you just did Georgia, and I know she said she was going down the line. She started in Virginia, so if you missed it, you might want to go back and catch Tasha Shee on Tasha Shee's page. Let me see. Talk to Tasha Shee. Check out her page. I know she started in Virginia. She ended here in Georgia on this page. So make sure that you go back and get those surnames and find out if your name was on that list. I've been searching but can't find anything. Tickets been bought because I'm stuck with my family history. Okay, Natasha, we can help you on genealogy at the event. Right. See, this thing's going to go digital because people are going to get some help real time. A lot of people get frustrated over the phone, don't have time. Now, people are making time to help people, time to talk to people. So this is going to be big. Yes, she said, yes, Alabama is next. I guess that was a good guess for me. Yes, Alabama is next. All right. What's up, Liz? Now, if you're not, we have to make somebody say, where's my wrench? We'll get putting the wrenches back on. This is a new page. We will get the wrenches up. I just wanted to put up let me see, Grandma Killers at gmail.com for questions, and our website is let me see. Our website is www. I'm just putting up a ticker so everyone can see it. So when someone asks for the information, they'll see it. .com. Or you can call in live. For 678-250. 3777. Oh, also yesterday, I seen a lot of people might have missed that build yesterday because the music was a little long. I was waiting for her to call in, so I just had the music call until she called in, and then we took off. So it takes off at 1 minute, and I seen it further up. Tasha, I don't know who needs it right at the moment. I seen it further up. Okay, let's see. Let me see. What's up, Liz? Glenn? My great-great-great-grandmama name is Ify Wright. Okay. It's the wrench for. Okay, the wrench is for when we catch folks in here talking crazy. We boot you. We don't even play with you. We're not gonna sit here and deal with the disrespect. We're just gonna keep working, and pushing. Tickets been okay. I'm trying to run through I can come on. Okay, tenfold. Okay, so we're gonna have someone come on in a minute. So we're gonna keep pushing. Let me see. No Grandma Killers at gmail.com. Our website is www.nograndmakillers.com. All right, that's good. What happened to my wrench? Okay, that was Albee River Eagle, Washington. All right, let me send her this link as well. Y'all bear with me. Y'all know it's early. All right. Let me send her this link so she can help with this genealogy talk. South Carolina in here, low country. She did South Carolina. Like I said, she started in North Carolina. Go to the website. I don't even think we have one, Glennis, right? But if we do, it will be on the webpage, www.grandmakillers@gmail.com. But thank you very much. Let's see, where we need to hit this at. Oh, I'm trying to send her this link so she can come in when she's free. And all right, there she is. All right, when you come in, just turn your mic on and you're good. This is a VMix link, or you can call in. All right. No Phoenix this morning. Yes. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. Do we have any information on that? All right. Okay. How do I find a good researcher in the Lynchburg, VA area? That was by Daryl Thornhill. Okay, Daryl, is there a National Archives by you? I'm just gonna be straight up with you because it's a lot of ways um, to get out of jam without spending that extra money. Um, I understand it's easier to just get a cool. Okay, if you want to donate, you can just donate at www.paypal.me/ no grandma killers. For if anyone wanted to donate, it's www.paypal.me. I'm gonna put that link up. Matter of fact, I'll just put that up here on the ticker. But I can go ahead and say it. It's paypal.me / no grandma killers. Okay, let's see who else we got right here. All right, so you got the link. That's that. Now let me get back to these messages. To these chat and see what y'all got going on. My father was born during the Plecker area. Whoa, that's a rough one. In Virginia, and you already know what he did in Virginia. And that's my thing, because a lot of people argument was that was just Virginia. And I'm like, hold on, do you know how big Virginia was? You have, no, I do not have a Cash App. But thank you for the, like I said, you can just, I don't have a Cash App, I'm sorry. Yes, the one in Riverside, California, but I got dead end, so we have people stuck in California as well. We're going to tackle this genealogy thing. Like I said, we got about 30 minutes before the sister gets back on. So I'm not going to end the feed. There was no need for me ending the feed, trying to get everyone back on. So I was going to kick it. If y'all got any statements or you wanted to come on, you can just call in real quick, 678-250-3777, and we can chat a little bit. We can talk about genealogy. Maybe I can help the best I can until Tasha comes in. She's a lot thorough. She's good. She's real thorough with the genealogy, and maybe she can give tips and pointers to help people get unstuck in a generally way. Let's see. Let me see what I'm trying to get to. Indeed, we in Christopher Graham. What's good? What's good? Andrews and Kings. Now I know a lot of Andrews. Man, I know a lot of Andrews. Shout out to the brother Andrews that got married this weekend. Shout out to him. My people were from Virginia as well as Alabama, Georgia, Florida, North and South Carolina. Oh, you up and down this East Coast, because we did move a lot. And you knew we was people. You knew we had folks everywhere, somewhere. Somebody had somebody somewhere. Talk about the Wando Indians. The Wando. What y'all know about the Wando? Let's make sure. Let me see. Here we go. My people, my people. Oh, so I'm pulling this stuff. I'm pulling up some stuff for y'all now. But did anyone catch Chief Bluefeather yesterday? And what she was saying? Because I know the music kind of threw some people off, and I thought it was right on time. That's what I called her. I said, "Hey, we need some positive energy right here." You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of stuff coming on. Did y'all catch that yesterday? I think it was only like a minute long. I think she only talked for like, I don't know, 5 minutes. And I didn't like it because it had the reverb in it. I was like, I could have did better. But she was hitting a lot of key points. She was talking about healing and what time it is and how we need to move forward. So if you get a chance, make sure you all check out that video she did. That was real. That was real. That was real. It was only like 5 minutes long. I mean, the video 18 minutes long, but she probably talked out about an 18 minutes. She probably talked half of those minutes. So she probably talked like 7 to 8 minutes. Because I know it don't start to minute mark at 142. Because I was giving her time to call in. So if you didn't want to listen to the music while she was waiting, you can just fast forward straight to minute mark at 142. And I'm going to put that in the description too. You can get straight to the music 142. I mean, straight to Chief Blue Feather at minute mark at 142. The Siwi PD tribe, Wakakama. Hope I said that right. Doing her live. Tasha will be back. Tasha will be on live actually in about 30 minutes. You're on the right stream. She's just going to come right on here and we're going to see if we can build with her this morning. Oh yeah, we're going to build. We're going to build us some houses. So I can talk about, it was a few things that I wanted to talk about before we got on genealogy. It was a few things that I wanted to talk about before my cousin texted me this morning. But I let it roll. I let everything flow. I'm not no type of, we're going to do that later. No, if it's the time to let it go, it's the time to let it go. And genealogy is always a good time. It's always a good time for genealogy. So what I wanted to talk about was the topic. And on the topic was changes. Let me see right here. Boo 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 boo. Here we go. Make sure I got everything right. So, change for the American Indians is what I had titled it. Because it's just a lot going on. I know everyone knows. I mean, been checking. It's been a lot going on, and I was just thinking of ways for us to change this energy. Like, we gotta make sure we gotta get things to start. You know what I'm saying? Be a little smooth around here. We gotta change this energy. So genealogy is always good. So I want to talk about some things that I felt like I see that needed some improvement in areas that I'm dealing with, and maybe they can help other people. You know, with their things that you know what I'm saying. Help them with what they got going on. And my targeted was the younger generation. I want to say probably about 17, 16 to probably about right to 23-ish, 24-ish. That's like my group of young men that I deal with. And sometimes I have to sit back and look at the situation because everyone's situation is different dealing with young men, especially dealing with young men all come from different places. And it makes me look at life a lot different because you have to treat every different individual accordingly. You can't treat everybody the same because everybody can't handle certain things, and some people can. So you deal with people with what they can deal with. Don't forget to hit that like button and share. Yeah, please do. So and that's what came up on this one was, how do we get back home to building up a family again, to where when the children leave, we're building up some great young men and women, because they are the next. When we get old, they're gonna be the ones here doing what they need to do, or you're gonna have some doing what they have to do, and you're gonna have some lost. So it starts with us to instill this stuff in our children, on building a foundation so they will have something to fall back on. Because teaching your child to get a job, to get out, and to pay bills, I'm sorry, you're setting your child up for failure. I'm serious. You setting your child up for failure. His experience like, is your father still alive? Okay. So, but yeah, I felt like that no changes will be met, and this is how they get a good job, and they're hiring here, and a job fair there. What about start your own business job fair? Fair program or something to get people to start figuring out how to run their own empires, companies, um, businesses, or whatever. We got to figure out a way to compete. So what I've been doing for the last, I don't know, 3-4 months is I've been reaching out to everybody in my community who has a business, everybody who in my community who has a business and don't have no paperwork for it, or people that already have business but pay out their pocket. So I've been targeting everybody in my community. I've been targeting these people like, yo, come on over here. I need to sit down and talk to you. Or I come to their job and why they working, I get some service from them, and why they getting some service from me. I was like, yo, what's your business credit looking like? And da 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 and da 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 da. Not trying to intrude on folks. I'm trying to help folks. And from doing it over and over and over again, I'm getting a big line of people coming through, and they're getting their business credit portfolios done. Now, what this means for everyone else? I always tell you, I can't help nobody else in that community till I can help mine. And now I'm starting to see a shift in thinking in the community, because even though people have jobs, they're like, yo, I work here full time, but I don't want to be here forever. I don't want to be working here too long, or I don't want to be sitting here depending on my 401k and it get taken from me when I'm old, or you know what I'm saying? We don't want to depend on other people. We don't want to put our life in other people's hands. All right. So I've been working hard to get other businesses to deal with other businesses, to get people to deal with our people. I've been connecting people, getting people jobs for the type of work that they do. I've really been putting my neck out, and I've been getting a lot of, like, people have been actually going to do the works, getting good reviews, and it's actually been building. So if I would say the change in the American Indian will be, and Chief Warhorse said this probably about a couple of months ago on the live stream, is we got to get back to the community. A lot of people are fighting with, oh, you got to get back to your nation. You got to, look, do your genealogy. Tie down to what's best for you and your family. Your tribe is your family. Remember that. Your family, that's your tribe. Okay? And once that tribe get connected and you work hard with your family and they all understand the concept that they are tribes and they have to work together, then you can build with another tribe, which will be another family. Like my tribe right now deals with another tribe down in Jackson. We deal with them. They come, we grow as a, so now it's like we deal with other families, and all these families come together. And I can, a lot of people like, yo, coach, what is you saying? This is what I'm saying. You got to get your family, and your whole family's not going to be in it. That's your toughest fight, is your family. So why are we fighting other folks when we can't even get our own stuff straight? You're having the same fight with people you don't know, with your own family members. So why would you even have to fight with other people when you can just deal with it at home? We got to get back home, because our minds is everywhere else but home. Oh man, I need to get this job. I'm about to get this 100,000 a year. I'm about to cop this Benz. I'm about to get me a big house. I'm about to just be in debt. That's it. We living to be in debt instead of growing with each other and growing businesses with each other, and working on farms and teaching children how to. This is what we got to do. And these are the changes of the American Indian that I'm trying to get to. It's like, I like to go to people. People come see me all the time. I'm in the country. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you knock on my door, you don't live here. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if the door is locked, people trying to walk in because, hey, this is home. So we got to figure out a way to get back home. Copper Empress, Chief Hummingbird, Lloyd, what's good? Let me see. I'm sorry to hear about that there. Tell us that his brother owned a monetary in Lynchburg. Okay, I don't know. I'm just coming in on y'all conversation. But yeah, so yeah, this is basically what I'm trying to get to. And this is basically what we're doing. Let's see here. So anything else? Anyone else got anything they would like to add? Because, I mean, if you don't think that what I'm saying makes any sense, let me know. Let's see. Let's see if I can get this up. So let's see what we got here. I've been doing genealogy for 2.5 years. My family has been having serious problems getting along since the 80s. Let me tell you, me doing the genealogy is really pulling us together. There it is. There it is. Most people are trying to join tribes instead of trying to join their own family together, which is your tribe. That's an undeniable tribe. That's your blood. Ain't nobody gonna watch out for you like your people. That's gonna be the way. Now, my family divided when my grandfather died. When my grandfather died, he was like the glue in the house. I don't know what it was. He was like the glue. When my grandfather died, my grandma still stayed at the house. Everyone, still go see grandmama, but it wasn't the same. When my grandma used to cook on Sunday, my grandfather used to cook on Sunday. He'll cook outside. My grandma cook inside, and they used to, do everything together. It's like, and when he died, it's like it pulled everybody went their own way. I'm too busy. Everybody doing their own thing. You kind of get what I'm saying? And it was that glue. My grandfather was that glue. So now we got to get back to that. Like, I probably can't pull that household back together. I talk to them all the time. Like, I'm taking care of my uncle and stuff. They call me all the time, check on them and different things like that. And I tell them, hey, y'all know we Indians, right? And they probably think I'm crazy. Some of them do. And some family members actually did their genealogy and was like, yo, this brother is, he's right on. Cuzzo, thanks for that information. So might be the hardest thing is pulling your family together, but hey, you trying to go pull some strangers together when you can pull your family together. Yo, I'm live.
Come up with.
All right, good. He got
Got
some.
your message too.
Okay, all right, we got some. My boy got his boxing shoes. He ready for Friday. They fighting.
I'm gonna stick this on the Troy.
Okay, all right, go ahead. And I can talk to you. I'll talk to you when I get done. Okay.
I don't need.
You ain't did that. All right, let's see. You are absolutely correct, Coach. The biggest battle is with your family. I know that our family is going to divide when grandma goes if we don't fix what needs fixing now. But it's 7 brothers, 7 different minds, That's right. So what you have to do is, before your grandparents, this is how I see it. If your grandparents still living, the best thing to do, because everybody always go to grandmama's house, is y'all need to make another house a destination house right now. So grandma and them start coming to that house and doing what they do every day. So when people get older in their past, that house will already be a designated house. Or that grandmama house, y'all just gotta keep that energy there. My grandmama house burnt down. I think it burnt down because everything left. It was like, hey, after my grandmama passed, it was no nothing going on in there. It was nothing. And my grandmama said no white folks in her house. And I believe some white folks moved in. They was renting out the property and it burnt down. I think the first or second day they moved in there. So I think that was my grandmama's doing. Hey, but what do I know? Let's see. Peace. What does one look for in Indian allotment files, papers? That's a Tasha Sheet question. Because see, the way I see it is, I do my genealogy for proof. All right? Now, they say the people that didn't go on the Trail of Tears were disqualified. So that means if your folks ain't in Oklahoma, all us was declassified. All right? So if we was declassified, what that mean? Right? That means we still Indians. It's just, hey, they just label us differently. Say, hey, them folks ain't who they are no more. We taking it away from them. They are now Negroes, or they are now black, or they are now colored. They ain't Indians no more. That tribe shit don't mean nothing no more. You folks is niggas. And you work for us now. Let's see. Hit. Yep. All right. We were 7 brothers. Okay, Grand Rising, my beautiful below. Attention is goddess and guides. Peace. What does one look for? Okay, we did that already. All right, so that's that. So I believe that we are the Aboriginal people, the American Indians, and I think if we need to really get back to Everybody's trying to find their tribe. There's nothing wrong with finding their tribe, because I know everybody say, hey, my papa's this, my great grandmama this, and my great granddaddy this, and we all can do that. But what is your sister and your brother and your cousin and your auntie and your mama and your daddy? What they doing? Do they know that y'all a tribe? Or you the only one representing Indian in your whole family? That's the question. It has to make sense to them. Hold on, don't try to attack the religion. Just stick to grandma. Hey, this grandma mama right here, look, they part of this tribe. Wait a minute, look at her mama. They part of this tribe. You might even find a picture somewhere. Hey, look at this. Like when my folks went to the National Archives, she came back with pictures of our family members, 1935, 1937, 1934. I was like, wow, this is amazing. Dark-skinned lady with the fox around her neck, long dress, Carroll County, 1835. They had just labeled all the Indians, Cherokee Indians in Carroll County, color in 1830. It's in the newspaper clippings. But in 1835, I got my family members that has been there for, that's been there. You know what I'm saying? It's like, this ain't no game. This is real. This is who we are. This is our shit. Hey, get booty for that. This our shit. The land that we walk on every day is our shit. So, we got about a couple more minutes for Tasha She swing by and help us out with this genealogy. I need to pay. Let me see if I can get this out of here. All right, here we go. I've been waiting for this. So how y'all feeling today? I hope y'all having a great Monday. I hope nobody was late to work. I know it was that hour went forward, threw a lot of people off. We're getting long summer nights now. Them long. All right. So I got to get back to 6:20. Y'all know I take care of business while I'm live. Oh no. Hold on, y'all. I ain't tripping. And there we go. Good. All right, now I'm back, y'all. Let's see. We have always had the blueprints. Where do I find the original Indian land of my ancestors? You gotta find your ancestors and where they was at. You gotta find where they was at. You can't guess. You gotta say, hey, because you know a lot of these roads had the same last name on them. So you gotta go and find out what area that you looking for. So if I find my great grandmama in Virginia in 1830 or Lynchburg, Virginia, matter of fact, say Lynchburg, Virginia, I would have to look in that area. I would have to look in Lynchburg or whatever city. Look up the history of Lynchburg. Lynchburg might have been formed in 1850. Then look at the name of the city that was before Lynchburg and look in the records of that city. It's a lot of things you gotta do. You really gotta pay attention to detail with these dates and stuff. When stuff started shifting and names started changing and districts started becoming counties and all types of stuff, you got to look for these switches. Some places got parishes and some people got, it's crazy. Everything's not the same. You just really got to look. Let me see. The United States Corporation has no jurisdiction over us, the natural living entities of the land. I agree. Where do I find, okay, I say that. Boom. Right. In VA, they was getting lynched for claiming Indian. Now, that's everywhere. Not just there. Not just there. Not just there. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, phone died. Let me see. Okay, we go. Some of y'all in the chat are family historians now. Honor that. Well, people can only give you what they, when you start doing that genealogy and somebody else come along, you can show them what you did. It might not work for the next person, but you can show them how you got so far. And a lot of times, sometimes it'll work, sometimes it wouldn't. A lot of people got to go different routes. Some people had to go through death certificates. Sometimes you might have to just get off your ass and go to where they at to go get the documentations you need to prove that them your ancestors. It's a lot of things. Or like I said, your family tree might be in the back of a Bible. Who knows? Who knows? Let's see what we got here. So, getting back to this, getting back to the crib is where we got to go. And it's what we got to do. If we plan on ending this struggle, getting more the communities, we got to you got to get home. You got to take your home first. My grandma looks exactly like Fielding, whose pic is all over the internet. I am shocked. I've been looking in her face for decades, and I had no clue who I am for sure until 2020. Oh, that's deep. That's a wake up. When you see a family member that look like, you be like, hold on, wait a minute. Y'all beat the Roosters this morning? Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. You know the early bird get the worm. The early bird gets the worm. Got to have it. I don't like being out all day. I like to handle it early. Get it on out the way. So, we got to get back to being a family. What family is this? I was looking at families earlier. We didn't beat the, oh no. They talking about not what I wanted to hear. Not y'all. I was clicking on a link, and it was talking about the Aboriginal families. Just think the Californians, them folks been out there. We've been everywhere. Let's see, I beat the Roosters this morning. All right, what else we got going on? So get back home. That's the main thing. That's like the only thing that I can say that's going to be worth anything is getting back home. And stop kicking your kids out. You can't get mad at them because you didn't instill in their brain the right way. Don't stop kicking them kids out. We got to put some type of structure in these children young so when it's time for them to leave, we know they're going to handle business. Like when my grandma died, the last word she said was TCB, and that was take care of business. Take care of business, TCB. And she couldn't talk. She was weak. And all she can get out her last words was TCB. So what else going on with y'all this rising, man? What's good? What's good with y'all? Let's see. Everybody's cooling. They probably working, listening, handling their business, the whole nine. Let's see. Okay, I think it's there. Let me see how many more minutes. We got about 12 more minutes before she come through, and we're gonna get this work on genealogy. So, like I said, if you got any more questions while we wait on her to come through. Any more questions? Oh, everybody got all the answers? Well, maybe y'all can help me out then. I need some help. I'm still working. So what's up? If you have a business, drop it in the chat. Okay. If you have a business, drop it in the chat. What you got going on, Indigo? You want us to you want to see if anybody got some business to build off of? It wasn't until that Tasha spoke about the Mohegan Pequot Algonquin being exiled to Jamaica after an Indian war that had proof of why my family looks the way they do. You talking about 1638? I think that's the war with the well, y'all know we always talking about that. Shout out to Tim Carl. He put me on that probably about 2 years ago. Hey man, you need to check out the 1638. Okay. Read it a few times, and the more I read it, the more it made sense. I wish we did. Let me see. Each state keeps record of your family lot. I don't know. I went up to a building up the street, and you give them your last name, and they can show you what area your family used to own back in the day and who they sold that land to. But that's only for this county and the next county over. I don't know how it works in other counties, but I know for these two counties that I'm in, it's a building up the street, and you do your ancestry and find your last name. If they stayed in this county, they will find them, and they will tell you what lot they stayed on and what area they owned, or if they was renting, or what all they did. He will show you that. I also have much to contribute as well, so we can build together. All right, I got a chicken business. I sell, they call it meat on a stick around here. I put 10 wings on the stick because everybody liked my smoked chicken wings, and it was selling so many of them. And they hot, and you trying to count 10 and all the smoke in your face, and it was kind of hard, getting the chicken off and being, so I put it on a stick, like a shabab stick. I just stuck that joker straight through all 10 of them stickers on 10 of them wings, threw it on the smoker, and I sell them like that. 10 wings for $5. I might do 100 pounds on Friday, 200 pounds on Saturday. Just some real gangster hustling shit. Oh, excuse my language, y'all. That's one business. It's been doing very well. It's booming. That chicken booming, y'all. It's booming. Sometimes I get tired of cooking chicken. But yeah, it's been doing very well. It's very successful around here. That's just one of the businesses. Also got my boxing gym going. My boys, they fight this Friday. I hope they get out there and whoop some ass, put us on the map. We ain't got nobody doing that around here. It was another boxing gym up in the town, and some white folks own it, and one of the young brothers was up there training, and he said, yeah, y'all boys come up here and train. So my boy said, yo, coach, they want us to come spar them up there at this gym. And we're like, oh, it's a boxing gym in town? Okay, let's take them up there. Took my boys up there. And we get down. I'm like, nah, y'all come on. Ain't no sparring going on. Them folks play fight. We don't play fight. My boys been and killed everything in there. So I was like, and break them folks' spirit to boxing. So I took my boys out of there because we don't play fighting. We take this shit serious. So yeah, we got, I got boxing, I got chicken, and that's my two businesses here, in the country. If land was registered with the Bureau of Land Management, but can't find any sales information after that, is the land still held by them? I don't know. That I don't know. It could have been stolen. You find out who owned it now and show that your family owned it. Because I can't find that build. I had a build I did by myself, and this is when I was on the Cab show with Bones in the morning. I did one show on there by myself, and that's what I was talking about, the 1,700 different ways, the way the Aboriginal lost his land in America. And these came from different reports from Yale University, Harvard University, and all these different colleges was trying to figure out how did the slave own more land than the slave master. Let's see what we got. So, yeah, so that's basically, those are my two businesses. Maybe I can, let everybody know you're in the area, need some chicken. I do 50, hundreds. You can get a 200 piece for $100. You just got to come get it. Let's see what else we got. I'm trying to just shoot the shit a little bit, waiting her the time. She be in about 7 minutes. Around that time, we're gonna see how the service is. I got multiple ways to get in. If she comes in and it's a little shaky, I'll just have her call in and we'll get that work. Let me see. But yeah, it's always a good time for some chicken. I know that's right. I've been cooking chicken all the time. I'll drop a whole pan off in the house, and just in my house now, and I wake up the next day, it's gone. These boys don't play. They'll murder some groceries around here. He said, you can check the county's appraisal district to see who holds the land and history of ownership. Copper Empress, Grand Rising to you. Grand Rising. I'm still waiting on mine, crew. I don't know how to ship food in through the mail. I don't know nothing about sending groceries through the mail. But I tell you what, if you come to that Grandma Killer's event, I'm gonna have that great big old smoker back there, and we gonna you can sure get you a stick. It's sure gonna be there waiting on you. We got different smoke flavors and everything. That thing that busting. I might fire it up right after this grill just to go get me some, and we talking about some good shit now. I'm an architect, so I can give a hand in design, development, and construction. Oh, I need to holler at you. Trying to make it happen, all right? That's what's up. That's what's up. And remember, if we don't make it, if you can't make it, we appreciate your support. And guess what? We will be coming to a hood near you. Right? And that's what I'm trying to do, is stay close to y'all as possible. I'm not trying to go all out and be all big, be all in Buckhead and stuff. No, I'm trying to be as close to the community. I don't need grandmama riding an hour to come see us to try to find out what her land was and find out who she was. We don't need that. We're trying to stay a little close to the house. So we're gonna be popping up in hoods everywhere. Like that, they were just down the street and now they over there in that community over there. Man, now they, you know what I'm saying? We need to pop up everywhere. Grand Rising. Celestine Wilson, I hope I said that right. No problem, no problem. All right, so let me see. Minneapolis Land. Boom, boom. Try. Remember, get your tickets. www.nograndmakillers.com. Y'all know I be getting tongue tied. I be getting ready to say at Gmail or at da da da. Let's see what else we got. All right. So let me see. It's in 4 minutes. Okay. She might not come right at 9 o'clock on the head, but I know around 9 o'clock she's going to jump on. And we're going to make it happen. Now, I get a lot of love everywhere. Oh, y'all wouldn't be, you'd be amazed. Let me see. All right. Y'all hit that, please like and subscribe, share it to your Facebook. Let everybody know we here. All right, good. I didn't mess her name up. Good. Oh, you can also call in live. We can chat for a minute while we wait on Chasha She. The phone number is 678-250-3777. We can put it on wax, see what you got going on. But this is going to be big. Now, it's going to be a lot of shopping going on. We got a lot of American Indians going to be there selling their products, which is good because a lot of people don't like waiting. They like to get their stuff done. And then we can also talk to each other, find out where they're from. They might be in your area. You might be able to help somebody else, or you might have, you know what I'm saying? It's good to people to get out and meet and talk with each other. All right. Let me see. Somebody hit me and said, why y'all didn't have it in the park? I had to make sure if it rained that people still be able to get that information. But we was looking at a park, but it was kind of far from the event. But I think some of us was trying to go to the Etowah Mounds that morning. But it's not in stone. Like I said, that's a little ride from the city. It's probably like 30, 40 minutes from the city. It was just brought up to us, so we don't know, some folks might meet there that morning. walk around the mountains, do some lives, have some good times with each other, and just enjoy the energy. And that's what it's about. At the end of the day, is being around people that you can build with and get some stuff done. Live streaming for Atlanta. I believe that most of the event will be streamed, but I do believe that it's going to be some serious stuff being talked about that's been put to my attention. So it will be a point in the streaming that they will ask people to put down their streams. Come on. Okay. Oh, you good? It's going to be a moment where you're going to have to put your phones down and see if we can get this work. Everything is not for online. It's a whole hour, coach. That right. I'm cooling. I ain't in no rush. What up, White Waters? Do I need to leave or something and come back? Do I need to stop the stream and bring it back? I mean, I think we're good. I think we're good. I was sitting here paying my bills over the computer while I was sitting talking. That's why I was like, hold on, y'all. I was trying to get them bills paid. I'm good this morning. I paid my bills this morning. So, well, I don't start teaching boxing until later on today. And I don't have no appointments today. What's up? Oh, okay. I'm a plumber and have a great network of craftsmen in my circle. So, boom. Christopher Graham said he's a plumber. I had another brother on here that said he's an architect, Indigo Moody. And I don't know if that's a man or a woman. So I don't want to make you mad at me either. Okay. I sent it to your email. Check your email. I just sent it. Well, it should have been sent about 20 minutes ago, about 30 minutes ago. And see if you can get in there. You using your laptop or your phone? Maybe if you're using your laptop. Okay, boom. I got it. Well, it's a woman. I'm sorry. I'm glad I asked. Now that don't mind is an hour from Atlanta. Okay. Oh, okay. He says it's an hour ride, y'all. Whitewater said it's an hour ride from Atlanta. And you don't want to be speeding through Cobb County trying to get there neither. They'll bam you up. All right. What else we got? So I guess it's not 45. Okay. Look for street organized noise. I sent y'all an email. Okay, we got a massage therapist, copper color brown, pop them shoulders. Like everybody needing a good massage every now and then. I remember when I was boxing, but I got them every day. I missed them, but that's the treatment. Let me see. What else we got going on? That good, brother. What city are you in? That's how you link up. I'll be there attending as a vendor too. All right, we got another vendor coming through. Did you already put in for your vending information and everything? I don't know. I'm not the one handling all the business. I was just asking because I don't know how many vendors they're having. I wasted 35. Hold on. Years truck driver and have nothing to show for now. I'm wore out. Okay, so then basically what you want to do is, so you supposed to have been running that business while you was driving. So a lot of people don't know is just because you're running a business while you're working, everybody don't have enough hours. Start the business on paper and invest in the business that you're not running. Just invest in that business and build a business credit up while you're working. Just work your job and just build it up. Build it up. If you got to get equipment and stuff like that, build it up while you're working. You ain't actually got to start business to have the EIN, the DUNS, and all that stuff going. And while you're getting your little checks and stuff going, you buying little stuff you need for your company and stuff like that, and building it. You can even start working while you're working. I can use this. I'm gonna use this for a great example. All right. Let me see it. Okay, Tasha still ain't in yet. Okay, let me see. I guess you don't see it. Do you see it? Okay. So, let me give you a quick example. Say if I wash windows. I'm going to do a quick, easy hustle. I wash windows. Like, I don't wash windows, but I'm going to use this as an example. All right. I got a job. Well, no. Let me change that. Let me change it. I'm trying to give y'all the best example I can give y'all. Okay, I work at McDonald's. All right, I get paid every 2 weeks. Right, not much money. I don't make much. And I know I'm not gonna be working here forever, and I really don't want to go work no job for the rest of my life. So what you do is while you're working, while you got your job now, the job that you pay your bills with right now, whatever it is business you want to do, get the business name, start the business, EIN number, the duns, do it all. And while you're working, build that business credit. And when you decide to do the job, you can do a little bit here, do a little bit there. So if I'm working at McDonald's on my off days, I'm washing windows. How do I get the supplies? Instead of spending the money that I get paid every week, I will get a net 30 for some soap, the little squeegee to get it, some buckets, some towels, some paper towels and stuff like that. I would get that through the business name without spending no money up front. And when I'm working, and then on an off day, I would take those supplies and go wash some windows. That's running your business. Or if I was cut grass, I would cut grass. I would get all that stuff to where I know I can pay it off from the work that I'm doing from it and build that business. And when I get to booming, if I'm washing windows and I got over 150 stores I'm doing a month or 200 stores I'm doing a month, I'm making good money. I'm making damn good money. I can let the job go because I ain't making that kind of money at McDonald's, and I can work all day washing windows, which I'm probably washing windows at McDonald's now, just popping up washing windows there. So that's a way that you can build your business while you're working and get out of working and just work for yourself. It has to start somewhere. You just can't say, oh, I got to have the money to run a business. I wish I could run it. You can run a business. Just like you work 8 hours for them folks, you can spend 2 to 3 hours and for yourself, or 2 hours for yourself. Even if it's 1 hour for yourself. If you get off work and just eat and lay your ass down and don't do nothing for yourself, you gave them folks your whole goddamn day. You did nothing for yourself that day. So that's how you will work 40 hours with nothing to show for yourself, because you did nothing for yourself. We got to stop telling these kids just go get a job, and we got to show them how to own something. Okay, I have family in Dallas. I'm looking for indigenous skills, crafts, and talents that want to organize urban indigenous arts and culture projects and events. See, everybody got a lot of stuff that they're doing. So they're throwing, I wasted 35 years trucking. All I can say now is find something small that you can start on paper. I don't know how old you are, because 35 years trucking, boy, and you had to be, 21 to go off the road, 21 years old to go off the road. Yeah, you got to go on up through there. So I'm not telling you have to go get a job, but I'm just saying, I'm in business. I'm just saying, most people that's going to work 30, 40 years, if you're looking to work on a job for 30 years and retire, look for working 30 years for yourself and retire. I think that'll be about the best solution. You can be real for yourself, and you're not going to fire yourself. I don't know nobody that's going to fire themselves. So, okay, all right. We get ready for Tasha to come on in. But, yeah, like you said, the Etowah Mountains is an hour ride, so I doubt if we go there. But somebody else told me about some Mayan statues. Where that brother said that was at? Somebody hit me the other day and was telling me about some Mayan statues right here in the city of Atlanta. I don't know if it's an exhibit or what, but I'm going to get, he said it's a part, and I'm going to try to look that up and see what he's talking about. Drop an email just in case it is nice and sunny outside, you know what I'm saying? Anywhere it go, we going to have this event. True. See, everybody's networking while we're waiting on Tasha. I see they're in the chat networking. This is awesome. Okay, she's in right now. Can you hear me, Tasha? Oh, Tasha, you got to turn on your mic. Let me text her. I don't know if I ever got on VMix before. Or refresh. Hold on, y'all. I see her right here. She's trying to get in now.
Hello, can you hear me?
Oh, I hear you good.
Okay.
How you doing this rising? Let me turn your mic up a little bit.
I'm
Do y'all
good.
hear good? Let me see. Can y'all hear real good? These folks talking businesses. Everybody dropping their businesses in the chat. They going ham this morning.
Oh, that's good.
Mm-hmm. Let me turn you up. You doing all right though? You sound like you ain't got sick over there. Are you?
No, no, I'm just got in the car. I just went to the store after I dropped my son off.
Oh, okay. Let me see audio and.
So I'm gonna switch it. I'm gonna switch the computer when I get in the house. Like I'm in it.
Oh, no problem, no problem. No, I was turning up your mic so we can make sure everyone hear you real good. They said yes, she's clear. Okay, good.
Okay.
So, so what you were
I
saying
can't
about?
see none of the questions.
Okay, the questions earlier. Da 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 da. Okay, it wasn't until now that one is state family lots. It said each state keeps records of your family lot with a question mark. That was from Jay McReal.
The
He wanted
family
to know,
lot.
yeah, I guess the lot. Are you talking about the land that they stayed on, or the death lot? I don't know which one he's talking about.
Yeah.
McReal, come back with that. Let me see. I gotta go back to. Let me scroll up
I mean,
some
the
on this
county
chat.
would have a record of all the deeds. So you would, if you're trying to get the deed, you would just go down to county court or the county clerk, courthouse or the clerk, and
Hmm.
they have actual whole deed books in there. So you have to probably search through their database to find the specific one for your family. Because I went down there with my mom and my aunt, and we found a whole bunch of stuff. Like just searching the names that you know so far, you'll be able to trace back and find more information. So, I mean, don't people, I know people feel discouraged. They don't know all the information. They might not know a lot on their father's side, or they might not know past their great grandma. But use the names that you know to find more information. And you're just going to keep going back and going and just keep, building up the tree. Y'all hear me?
Yeah, they hear you. They hear you real good. I was just
Oh,
muting my
okay.
mic.
Okay.
But so what you were saying
Because I
about the
can't see the chat.
libraries? Yeah, I
Oh,
don't see any more questions right now. But we was talking about the libraries and stuff.
yeah, somebody had a question about Virginia. He said that he thought his father was from Lynchburg or something like that, but he couldn't find any birth record there. And
Right,
I
and I
was telling
also have.
him,
Go ahead. Go
mhm.
ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was telling him that for Virginia, they have the records for all the counties at the Library of Virginia, and that was because they knew people had sabotaged and burned a lot of courthouses.
Hmm.
And just recently, a lot of descendants of those people who quote unquote allegedly burnt or stole those records, returned thousands of records to the Library of Virginia. And then they also found some in the basement that was hidden from the public. And a lot of those records are our family records of the indigenous people, because what they were doing is they would try to burn the courthouse or steal the records and to say that these people of color did not own this land, and then that way the county will take that land and sell it to European people. So now a lot of those descendants, who are not racist, who are not trying to hold us back, they have turned in a lot of records to the Library of Virginia. And I'm pretty sure as the other states, like, North Carolina and stuff, going through similar things. A lot of these records, because they claim a lot of records were burned in on the East Coast, but it wasn't true.
Yeah, 'cause they were saying that most of the records was in the churches, and when they burnt the churches down, they burnt down all our records.
Yeah, some of them they did, some, but the county usually had some type of. What people would do is they would turn in like family Bibles and stuff to the county or to the local library, just to hold those records in case a fire happened. So some of these historical societies, They either were given some of the records, or they have found records at these libraries and these other churches and things.
Okay. Someone asked if we saw 6 or 7 surnames on the Henderson Rolls Indians of colors for Georgia. How do we narrow down the clans?
That's a good question. It depends on what tribe you're talking about. For one thing, you will have to, not just with the surname. If you're looking at the roles, you're gonna have to match the whole family. So you can't just go by surname. So if you're related to Matthew Henderson or somebody like that, you have to find he have to have the same wife on there, and you have to have the same kids, and you have to descend from one of those children. Okay, so you got to have all these records matching up. You can't just, for the roles, you can't just say we got the same surname, so we're the same, direct family. You have to find that direct link.
Yep. And that's why I tell people, when you find them people back in that day and you find that name of your great 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 grandmama and she stay a certain place, look in that area. Right?
Right,
That's how
right,
you can
exactly.
tell where the last name belonged to, because okay, I found McClendon 1868, and it was in Meriwether County, and well, Indians was there, was the Creek Indians. So I just now you just when you did the roles, it showed their last name on there. So I wasn't looking for my last name. I was looking for a Pacific last name, and that was how far I can get back on the roles. I was looking for that last name, in that area that I can get back that far. I don't know what happened to Tasha, y'all. Oh, she's switching. She's getting on the.
Getting out the car. Right.
Oh, okay, okay. All right, so that's basically what I did
Oh, I
for
missed
the.
everything you said.
Oh, you good? No, I said what I did was the McClendons, the fathers we got back on my grandmother, on her mother's mother, was the McClendons, and that was like 1860. No, no, not my grandmother, my grandfather's mother, and that was 1869, I think, and that was the McClendons, and they stayed in Meriwether County at the time. So Meriwether County was Creek Indians over there, and over there by the I don't know what they would call Coosa and Indian Warm Springs and all that. So those was known as Creek Indians or Red Tail Indians. So I was looking for, and you just said the same thing. The McClendon was on the surname for the tribes here in Georgia. So that was it was like right on time when I seen the McClendon. And I was just saying I wasn't looking for my last name. I was looking for the farthest relative I can find last name in a particular area. So that's basically, I don't know. We probably lost her again. Can you hear me, Tasha? Y'all know she's switching. She's getting out the car. She's getting on the computer. That's what they are saying about Alabama records. Us as Atanchinus. Let me see. Okay, yeah, switch to the computer. Atanchinus American Indians are the proof that we have always been here. They have to prove we from Africa, which they can't. Well, if they could, don't you think some of these brothers would have been deported by now? Why do you think it's so cheap to go to Africa? How can I go to Africa for $79 and I can't go to New York for $200? It's crazy. It's crazy. He said, we need to learn sign language. That's our first form of communications. Well, I know a lot of these kids know sign language. They know gang language. Oh, no, he said this and said that. And I can't understand it. They are saying they all burned in fires. Talking about, in Virginia, Liz, or in Georgia? Because I know a lot of, in the militia districts, I know a lot of churches got burned down. Where we at, Liz? What year? Okay, in Alabama. Where in Alabama? Was we in Selma? Monopolis? Where were we at? Where we looking for them records at in Alabama? We in Birmingham. Where they at though? All right. Don't know. Don't no one want to go there, but that's why. The people in Africa don't want to be in Africa. That's their issue right at the moment. Our issue is them proving we African, like someone had said earlier. But what I was trying to find out where in Alabama you was having issues at. Because maybe the city might have said it, but you could probably go to the county. I don't know. I'm struggling with Montgomery, Butler, Landers. Okay. Yeah, you're going to have to break it down to the county. Yeah, Landers County. And really dig. Look for death records. Look for marriage license, marriage certificates. Look for all that good stuff. Due to files burning or it's already been colonized on, what would be the best method? I would just keep looking. Like I said, you got so many ancestors to look from. Right? But I believe that we all can find with the help with each one of us doing our genealogy, you're gonna cross paths with someone. Someone's gonna cross paths with you. Liz Robinson, you might cross paths with Whitewaters or whatever, Thornhill. You would never know, and you might be stuck, and they might, hey, this is the point of the genealogy I found. Or you might have another family member, or you might have a grandmother who has 15 kids like us. 7 stayed here in Georgia, 8 stayed in Georgia, 7 went to Ohio. And maybe the ones in Ohio already did the genealogy and you wouldn't know it. You got to reach out to family members. This is a time to find your tribe. You got to reach out to family members. Or family members you don't even know. Like, hey, I was doing my genealogy. I found my grandmama, my great-grandmother's. I hit a brick wall at. See, that's a good time to hit that wall at, J Cam. 1860s. What were they doing? Where was they at? What was going on? Was they connected to a tribe? Except VA. Where 1860s? Where was they at, Jay? These are the important things that we got to remember when we're doing genealogy. When we find them, where was they at? The ancient one. The ancient one. My mouse is over there. My bad. Let me see. So that's where you got to find. You got to find where they was at. That's the only way. Finding the last name, like you find a Smith. It's a whole bunch of Smiths. I think the Smith might be on every road. So, which set of Smiths did your folks come from? He said Maryland and North Carolina. So now, when I did the map, it was a whole bunch of tribes. Shout out to Anu Breed. He was giving me a whole bunch of different places how the Indians was moving from spot to spot in North Carolina. So you really need to find out what county they was in North Carolina, what they was doing at that time, what tribe came and went at that time. You really got to do your research. You find them. 1850, that's not that long ago. That's what I'm trying to see, if that name migrated from Alabama after emancipation. Maybe that can be something Tasha can answer. Let me see. She's switching to her computer. I need somebody to turn the heat on. My feet cold. Yeah, turn the heat on a little bit for me. Yeah, might as well. All right. All right. So let me see. That's what I'm trying to see if that. Okay, we got that. Now, Maryland, it's a whole bunch of tribes in Maryland. I mean, not Maryland, North Carolina. North Carolina was the first state I was working on, but I had gotten into a whole bunch of problems. I had a whole... look in the medicine cabinet. Let me see. Snowden, Maryland. Okay, Queen, Maryland, and Dunston, Maryland. So you need to do your research in them areas, especially back in 1850. No, you're right, Maryland. Also, okay, that's what I'm trying to see. All right. So while we waiting on Tasha to switch off her phone to her laptop, that's basically what you got to do, man. You got to really, 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 really dig. Lewisburg, North Carolina. Now I know a lady named. She's a Facebook friend. She shot me so many names. Oh man, she was telling me about the people there. She's very good with it. I need to get her on here. I'm gonna reach out to her and see if I can. Oh, don't. Hey, Jake, I hit a lot of roadblocks as well. There's only one line of my ancestors I was ready to get real far, and that's like my family, my family that I'm here with now. They all worked on it, so it wasn't just me. All right, have a good day. Have a good day. Let's see here. Florida and New Orleans. You can holler at Johnny about New Orleans. He's very good with New Orleans. We did a bill the other day about the cemeteries under the city. Okay. I don't know much about California. Yeah, I've been learning mine. Y'all, I've been working on mine. I have been working on mine. So I see this is the main thing that we all been bumping heads. So that's the reason for this event, not just genealogy, but genealogy is the major focus point because a lot of people keep getting stuck, and I'm working with people that know a lot of tricks and things like that to get you unstuck. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna hit this hard, and we're gonna enjoy it. We're gonna laugh and like I've been doing genealogy. Like I said, I'm not the professional, but I've been getting awareness to genealogy, throwing genealogy gatherings, having people meet at the barbershops, getting together so people can just getting started, so they can get stuck, so they can look harder, so they would know who they are. Some people got stuck. Some people it was easy to go straight to 1850, 1830, but everybody's different. Everybody stayed in different areas, and it is worth the search. Everybody, it's almost like searching for gold. You're looking for gold. Come out. My dog done walked off. Is the door open? Hold on, yeah, I'm trying to see. My great grandma was from Indian Rock, Virginia. It is no longer there. Do you have any suggestions? Look up the history of Indian Rock. Thank you, young Cherokee. Peasy. My great, okay, Eric Monroe, Grand Rising. So these are things, knowledge is key. So these are things that anyone can do. Any one of you all, if you're talking to people in your community and a lot of people keep calling you, throw a genealogy party. Y'all know what y'all like to do? Tell everybody bring their laptops and phones and sit up and get to it. Connect the laptop to the computer, to the TV in the house, and put the HDMI to the TV in the house and put it on the big screen and y'all go through that thing together. Do it with your family on Sunday. While they in the kitchen and sitting down at the table eating, connect that laptop to the TV, that big screen in the living room. And say, hey y'all, this how far I got. Anybody got any answers? Or folks gonna be like, hey, you found such and such and such and such. Oh, I know that our great grandmama name was such and such. I do know this. Other family members know things that other family members don't know. Everybody don't know the same thing in the family. So it would be good. That's a trick. That's a way to trick the family to get some genealogy done. Hey y'all, I'm cooking out. Y'all come on over, man. Y'all bring a plate of something. They come over and y'all do that genealogy. I already have as far as you can get and put it up. There go Tasha. Uh-oh. Mute that, Tasha. There you go.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, I won't cut my camera off.
It's a button on there to turn your camera off, but I don't have you on the screen nowhere, so you good. Only thing on the screen is No Grandma Killers,
Oh,
the
okay. I
website.
had clicked it
I
off.
didn't put, yeah, I didn't put nobody on the. I just see a gold screen anyway. But yeah, so I was just telling them the best I could on helping them because, like I told them, I'm not no pro, but I know how to get it started.
Right. Yeah, that's what it's about. I mean, everybody don't have to be a pro. As long as you know your family.
And
That's what
that's
it's
the most
about.
important. I think that's the most important one to search.
Right. Mhm.
Because when you start getting deep and folks can be like, hey, how y'all find y'all family tree like that? Then you're able to show other people. I was telling them throw a genealogy
Right.
party at your house or something.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I hope
When
you can
nobody
hear
thinking
me.
of that. Yeah, we hear you good. I'm trying to turn you down.
Oh, okay. I hear
No, you.
echo on here. But I turned the volume on the phone. So I can
Oh yeah, I
see
don't.
that.
We.
See this chat right here.
I don't. No. The volume on the phone was a little low, and I have an overall control, so I can turn everybody up, down. You know what I'm saying? So I was just trying to turn you down to a good level to where everybody can hear. Don't sound like you screaming. Let's
Okay.
see. They're
So may
use.
I ask Indian Rock, Virginia? You're
Say
gonna
it
have to
one.
find the county. I'm not familiar with that town.
Mm-hmm.
Virginia goes by counties. Information is divided by counties. So you have county Indian Rock again. Let me see if I can real quick for you.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll go to that. But like I said, all the county information is at Virginia. You can start there and then you can move out to a county if you have to physically go there.
So sometimes you do have to physically go to the county.
Right. If you're not finding any information, but a lot of times nowadays, you can online, the interview is very willing to do research for you. I think they might have a fee if you want stuff physically sent to you, but a lot of these librarians and stuff are really bored and they want work to. Okay, it's in Botort County. Let me copy this for you. It's
Yeah,
is
see,
it
I ain't never heard of that county, but I know Lynchburg.
me?
I know Lynchburg. I think Sharga had her great great grandmother stayed on a reservation. No, she stayed on a reservation in I want to say Poughkeepsie, New York. But
In
before they
Virginia?
got to no.
No.
She stayed on a reservation in Poughkeepsie, New York, but um the genealogy starts that got back the furthest was in Lynchburg, Virginia. This was like 1700s.
Mhm.
But then they left there and went to Poughkeepsie, New York, and stayed on a reservation. Then they left there, and ended the majority of the family ended up in Saginaw, Michigan. I believe they went for work. So
Yeah.
yeah, they back to Lynchburg, and now
Must be an accent.
they're having a hard time finding their history in Lynchburg since it was so long ago. But yeah, they
So
got back real
she's
far.
of Iroquois descent. You hear
Right, right. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. I kind of figured that.
me? So what then is those people are originally from New York. Okay, they have
Oh.
Iroquois war going down the west side of Virginia. That's where Lynchburg is. Um, so they were up and down the warpath when they were born with the Algonquin and the Pima tribe down here. So they made a treaty with the government. They got back up to the reservation, and then everybody left from there.
Yeah, Tosh, you cutting in and out kind of
What's going
bad.
on?
You heard me? It's going in and out, in
Should I
and
switch
out,
back
in
to
and
the
out.
phone?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you was way better on the phone. I'm
Okay, hold on.
sorry.
Let me start this again. No, I'm sorry, because I thought this would be better.
No, your phone actually
Let's start to the phone.
was smooth. It was no problems on the phone.
Okay. Weird. I think this is Wi-Fi. Now I'm back on Wi-Fi.
All
All right, I'm
right.
gonna switch back on, y'all.
So you sound better now for some reason. But yeah, you was going in and out. Lexi Cole, she's coming from California. Let me see. Okay. At Tibet, from what I can understand, Indian Rock was a community. It's a church there that may have some records. Check that out. That was from Indigo Moody. Oh, that's dope. So yeah, like I said, like a lot of people stay in these places that you're trying to get to or have family at. A lot of times it'll be somebody already online living right where you at, right where you need to be. So you might need some records in that area and say, hey bro, can I shoot you a little gas money to go up the street and get some papers for me? Or you know what I'm saying? What's up, Knowledge Seeker? It can go either, it can be helpful to have people everywhere. Okay, let's see. Mm-hmm. All right. That was my mama
Okay.
texting me this morning. All right, we hear you good. You
Okay.
sound real.
All right. That's better. It kept saying unable to connect and all this stuff. That's why it took so long.
Yeah, sometimes it take a few times because the computer had to sign all the way out.
Okay.
I'm a Dixon. It's a whole bunch of Dixons down here in Georgia. I know a whole
Oh
bunch
yeah.
of Dixons.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now, what you were saying, Tasha, you sound so much better now.
I can't even remember what were we talking.
Okay, no, you
Oh, okay.
said
About the
that yeah,
warpath.
okay. Mm-hmm. So you said
So
it came from
essentially,
Virginia, ended up in New
no,
York.
they came from New York originally. It came from New York.
Okay.
So they were coming down around 1600s. Probably a little bit
Mm-hmm.
before that. They've been coming down that warpath because it was a great war before that, which a lot of people might not know about. But they would come down to trade in the 1600s, and they established a lot of treaties, and that treaty in the 1700s gave them those reservations up north, and that's why some people left. And you'll see people from North Carolina and South Carolina and probably even Georgia as well, going back up north. So for
So going
anybody
back
seeing
home,
that,
basically.
yeah, they're going back home. Yeah, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. Mm. That's what's up. So someone said, I'm in Southeast Washington, D.C., where the Washitas are. I don't know what that is or
Um, I don't think
I don't
so.
I don't know nothing
No,
about no
there were no
Washitas.
Washitas in Washington D.C.
Okay.
No,
Um.
some of the people here are related to them, though. I mean, related to those people in Louisiana from ancient times.
Okay. Okay. Someone said, I'm a Branson. Branson. They are rare as fuck. Branson.
Mm.
It might be on one of them roads somewhere. You just gotta look.
All I know is Richard Branson, that rich guy. And
Mm.
that's the only Branson I've ever heard of. So it is kind of rare. I think he's British.
He's British.
Yeah.
Someone said it's Irish. He said it's Cherokee, basically.
Washita? No, Washitas are related to the mound builders.
So the name, they're really mound builders. I'm not even exactly sure where the names come from because it's questionable. Some people are saying, they're questioning the tribe because of the name, but I think the name was more newly adopted. But y'all would have to talk to people like Johnny Aborigine about that because he's down there in
Yeah,
Louisiana.
that's what
He
I
knows
said. Yeah,
more.
he's real good
Hmm.
with it too.
Exactly. So he knows more of that information. He said, "Do
So
you know
that's what's
about the
up.
memes from Louisiana?" Yeah. Again, you're probably gonna. I guess we'll see if Johnny can come back on here and do some more genealogy.
Yeah, I can hit him up.
Hmm.
And working on when you get to, well, so when you think you're gonna do the Alabama surnames? I got a lot of family down there too.
There's
I
still some more Georgia ones. I wanted to do some more
Oh, we're
Georgia
gonna
ones
finish
this week,
Georgia. Okay, okay, all right. We're
and
gonna
if we
finish
can get
Georgia,
through
y'all.
that, yeah, and if we can get through that, then maybe I can get to Alabama this week too, or
I
next
can get
week.
that. Man, I'm right up the
Yeah,
street from Alabama. Get over
you can do the
Bama.
Alabama one. You can help with that one.
Oh, I can help with all. Let's get it.
Yeah, okay,
Whenever
because
you
that'll
ready,
work
just say
fast.
let me know.
Hmm.
Okay, someone said, what about the adopted surnames?
What exactly? You mean people who are adopted, or the tribes adopting the names?
Okay,
That J,
Jay, you got
J
to come
Cam.
back with that.
Can you specify?
All right, let's see. Just have a whole party today.
He said tribes.
Okay, tribes. I ain't see
Okay,
it pop
Jay.
up.
Yeah, I kind
Oh,
of
there it
broke
is.
that down on one of the other videos I did. I can't remember which one it was, but I was showing you guys from the evidence that they had certain chiefs who took on certain straw man names, right, to do business and commerce. And that's how certain names, I think it was, what was his name? John something. I forget what his name, something with an S. Well, anyways, so that surname was taken into the tribe, and then his sons passed that name down, and it continued like that. So he took on someone else's surname, probably someone he was cool with or he did business with. And then in other cases, people angelicized indigenous names into European names. It's like Brown comes from the Bear Clan, Brown Bear Clan or whatever. Stuff like that. So that's how we got our surnames. It's not that we took on slave masters' names, because a lot of these people were not even enslaved. So how could that? How can you? How can your family take on a slave master name when they weren't enslaved?
That's right.
You know, you
And
said you're looking for
that's what a
information
lot
on
of people are
Thornton.
looking for. Like someone just said, they're looking for the Thornhill Plantation in Alabama. So you're looking for, just
Mm-hmm.
because your last name, you're looking for a plantation in your last name. Basically, what you're doing,
Right.
and that wouldn't be the case.
Exactly. You might not even be related to the Thornhill plantation. It could be someone just took that name. They might have done business with the Thornhills and liked the surname and took their surname when they became baptized or whatever, or they wanted,
Oh
or they
yeah, when
became right
they
into
became
colonial
civil.
society, as civilized, quote unquote. Right, that could be the case. But if you wanted to, you're gonna have to contact Thornhill Plantation directly. A lot of the plantations are renovating, and they're opening the doors to descendants of the enslaved people and descendants of the original owners. So they have a lot of information available. If you can't get in contact with the plantation, get in contact with local historical society or the county. The county will have information because they're going to have the deed records and things like that, the state records, probate records. They might give you clues because those records are going to have their quote unquote property on there, and the people who were enslaved or they had indentures with those people were property to them at that time.
Indentured service. They was property.
Yeah. So
And,
what people would do is if they owe money or something, the court would put a lien on them basically, even if they were a free person, and then they'll put them into indentured, or if they couldn't pay the taxes, you put a lien, and you would have to put up your kids. You put up your kids because you couldn't afford to pay the taxes. And then the kids will work until they're 21 or whatever as a slave, basically, or an employee to pay off the taxes because you were so poor.
now
So even
that's
people who
deep.
own their homes, yeah, even if you couldn't pay the tax on your home, you had to put your kids up. So it's a whole bunch of indentured records of these children being put to work. But it's just like sending your kids to college too, because they're going to learn skills and they're going to be able to run their own business once they're done with their indenture.
Right. When they come out of there, they on go.
So yeah, so what the parents did is they tried to find whatever, it didn't matter what color the person, whoever was going to go to the courthouse and buy these liens or buy these contracts. They'll find someone that they want their kids to be. If they want their kids to be a blacksmith, they'll go to a blacksmith. John Means, he's a blacksmith. So they'll ask him, can you go buy my son's indenture and he'll pay so we can pay our taxes, and he'll come and live with you, or he'll come every morning and work with you until he's 21, and that's how they do it. But then in the other instance, some of those kids end up staying as slaves. Okay, either the person that live up to the contract that they're gonna have the kids work for them, or they'll say the kid did something bad, and as a punishment, they'll add more time on and continue to add time on, and that person just end up a slave for life.
That's serious. So I ain't know a lot of that. I ain't know none of that.
Yeah. Yeah, all
East,
the records are
not
there.
knowledge seekers say I seen a map east of Montgomery, Alabama was called Indian Land. Have you ever heard that?
Yes, we actually covered that on the surnames for Georgia, the first video. They were talking about it. The first one that got kind of messed up. They were saying the west of Alabama was Indian land, and it was the Creek land. So that I think it's the northwest side, and then the bottom side was with Choctaw or Chickasaw land.
Well, where I'm at, it was the main river that cuts through Georgia divided the land. So you had the Chattahoochee River, and on this side of the Chattahoochee, it will be creeks. But when you went on the other side of the Chattahoochee, it will be Cherokee.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't know there was it was like a line, it was like a breaking point for tribes.
Yeah, they had the map. I mean, I guess because there were the treaties and whatever they did. You said
But
hit the
just
light.
think that
Yeah,
great
it's
big
hit the
old
light.
river, you're not gonna swim across that river. So it's a real big river. So I would say that it would be more of a natural line marker for the Indians. Like, yo, don't go across that river.
Right, you're gonna get shot and you come bows and arrows.
Right. That's another tribe. But then we bartered with each other. We had kids with each other. Like Creeks will have children with Cherokees, and Cherokees will have children with Creeks. So it was
Right.
it was a lot of they said Mississippi is also Choctaw and Chickasaw, correct? Or Choctaw.
Yeah,
Choctaw.
yeah, Mississippi Choctaw, but there was other tribes there as well. It's just a lot of the smaller tribes got absorbed, especially by Choctaw and Chickasaw, because they were so fierce warriors, and they also enslaved a lot of the smaller tribes even before the Europeans got here. So I mean,
Like the
people might be saying
Natchez.
Choctaw. Yeah, I mean Natchez was pretty big because they still. I mean, I think they're still around now, aren't they?
Okay.
Still some around now, but yeah, but it's probably smaller than Natchez that got absorbed, and then especially like Choctaw, Chickasaw, and Cherokee, and the Creeks was really absorbing a lot. I know Powhatan And different other tribes up north was absorbing too, but not at the rate as down south because there was a lot of wars still going on in the south. Yeah, you said Jay McReal. You said some of our ancestors sold our indigenous land out to the colonists. And
Right.
what they were doing, they thought they were leasing the land, like you lease a car and you think you're gonna get it back. But them people never left. That's the problem because before that, like if foreigners came here, they would lease the land for a little bit and then they leave. You see that with the Vikings and other peoples that like that. Science try to wonder why the Vikings were here for 20 years and then they left. It's because they were only leasing the land for a short period of time, whatever they were doing. I don't know what they were doing, but we didn't let people stay here long. So when people say, "Oh, those people came over here and they are us," that's not true. They didn't even mix with us like that because they didn't stay that long.
I tell folks that all the time.
Hmm.
So it's about 10 minutes to 10. We've been on since probably about 7 and some change.
Hmm.
Let me see. So any more questions y'all got about finding your ancestors
Yeah,
before
they
we
look
get out of
quiet this
here?
morning.
Yeah, I mean, no, it's been busy. It's been busy.
Okay, maybe I missed it all.
Yeah, we was busy this morning. My cousin came on, asked some questions about ancestry. He's trying to look up his mom's side. I'm related to him through his father, and
Mm.
I was like, hey, before I just text a whole book, just call me. I'm live. I'm going live now, so you can just call me and we can maybe it can help someone else.
Um, Lexi, you up that early? She said 6 a.m. over there. You in California?
Whoa, yeah, it's early over there.
Yeah, I
And
missed the
Indigo said
Indigo.
you missed it. I mean, she
Yes,
said
they
you
are.
missed it. She said you missed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna handle some business this morning. Like it's almost 10.
Okay.
Y'all know they know I like to
Mm-hmm.
handle my business early.
Right.
And then I got more shows to do today. So I'm gonna be back. Yeah, they're gonna be looking at me all week.
What? What's your next show?
Basically, it's just like I knew I had to stay busy. I wanted to stay busy while I have the free time during the day because I don't start teaching boxing till like 4 or 5 in the evening, and
Oh,
that's around the
right.
time Phoenix get on. So basically, anything that we're dealing with to help us get things done, and anything I can do to help people get their genealogy done, or help with their kids, or help with um, um, boxing, if you want to say, because
Right.
I mean not boxing, but help with working with young men, helping with their business credit, different things like that.
Mhm.
It's a lot of topics that I'm really good on, that can
Mhm.
help people everyday lives. So that's basically what I was going to tackle, just simple things like business credit, working with the young man, because that's what it started with this morning was how can we work with our youth, and
Right.
start getting them to start paying attention to what need to be paid attention to, because music got them gone. These kids in that
Mhm.
drip about then drove me crazy. Oh, you know
Oh
I
my
gotta wear the
goodness.
drip.
The box. My son like love that thing on song The Box. I can't find
Right.
the clean version on the
I gotta have that drip. I need
Apple
that
Music.
drip. Come here.
I'm like, you can't be singing at The Box when he talk about I can't even say what he's saying on there. I'm like, my son keeps saying, there's no cuss words. I can listen. I know you can't listen to that one. He's talking about sucking stuff on a handstand. No, you can't
Oh,
listen.
oh no.
I was
And
like,
I
I
ain't
just
even
got the
heard the
clean
words to the
version.
song. I just know the
Yeah.
chorus is catchy. And then I just heard what you said. Like, oh no,
No,
you don't know the young person. Because once that
no.
young person realize what he's listening to, that's the thing.
Uh-huh. Yeah, no,
A lot
I
of people, it's
haven't.
just music, but what are they listening to? What influences are you putting on this child right now?
Yeah. Mm-mm. We're gonna listen to that on the radio. Hmm.
So basically, that's why I'm trying to just attack as much as I can. It's a lot of information that need to be pushed. A
Right.
lot of people have a hard time with their teenagers. I
That's true.
have a group over here now, and it's a different fight with each one having their own fight. All the boys are good. Somebody said no sound. Oh, I think
Yep.
that's on y'all
Oh,
end.
there's some couple questions. They still got some questions in here. You
Okay, what we got?
did you finish
If an
what you were saying?
ancestor, huh?
Did you finish what you were saying?
Yeah, go ahead. No, I'm just saying that's what we're going to be talking about all during the week.
Oh, I
But
got
what's the
you.
questions we got?
Someone said, I noticed that we have parishes and counties in Jamaica with names like Handover, which is similar to America. Is it possible that there's a definite link between the regions and deportations? Chief Hummingbird, yes, it is. So basically, what was going on in the colonial times is people from Virginia and the Carolinas were going to Bermuda, Bahamas, different places in the Caribbean. So those names actually come from the counties over here, and also the parishes, or what do they call them? I don't know what they call them in the UK as well. So all of those have the same names, and because it's the same families, basically Hanover family, all these different families that came from the UK went to the Caribbean, basically, and they started plantations there. Did that answer your question? So it is a definite link. I don't know if it's the exact same people from that county over in the mainland moved to the exact counties in the Caribbean, but there's definitely a link with that.
Come
It
here.
said
The
if an ancestor,
1738 treaty, Tasha. You
someone
want
said
the
that,
dog for me?
if an
Captain
ancestor
Cujo.
signed by the X,
Take it outside.
Yeah, just
their
walk in
name
front of
was misspelled, is the document
me.
legally signed?
Take it down.
Just walk right now.
Yeah, people who were illiterate or didn't know how to read, they would sign the name with the X. So it did count as
Just walk,
legally
sugar.
signed. And that's how a lot of our ancestors lost land as well, because they couldn't read certain contracts or deeds, and they end up signing their land because they were sharecropping or something, or they were working with another business owner, and they lost their land. And people tricked them out of that land. Or especially when the Klan started rising after the Civil War, a lot of people were scared, and they would sign their stuff over with an X and then move up north. That's how a lot of y'all got up north, because the Klan was actually scaring people out of their land. So if the man of the house, the head of the household, gets hung, the course of the wife is going to be scared, and she's going to sign over her land, or she's just going to abandon it and move up north. And that's what was happening. That's what all those hangings were about. It wasn't about hurting the slaves or people that had nothing. It was the people who were landowners, who were business owners. And a lot of those enslaved people worked hard to buy land and to build up their businesses, along with the free people who already had those. And then those people got scared out. So that's basically what they were doing with the hangings. They're trying to steal land.
That's it. But the
Uh,
only thing I was saying, can you hear me? Oh, I don't know if
yeah, I
you can
can
hear me.
hear you.
Can't.
Somebody said they
Oh, okay.
appreciate what you're doing, Coach, for the community.
I do the best I can. I wish I can do a little bit more. That's why we working, so I can do more.
Mm-hmm.
But the link with the Jamaicans to America mainland, that story that the brother had showed me, that's why I said 1738, about Captain Cujo. That story
Mm-hmm.
was about them bringing slaves from America to Jamaica and taking people from Jamaica and bringing them to America. That's what it's all about.
Right. Yep, that's what they were doing mostly. Most of them slaves that they're saying are from Africa is from the Caribbean. And Dr. Fatu Dara, she went in, I think she did an interview with Phoenix. She kind of went hard on that, because that's what the documentation is showing. And they want to keep saying that, oh, the ones in the Caribbean came from Africa, but they don't have proof of that. They don't
Right.
have proof that the majority of them came from Africa, because the majority of them didn't.
And then they got to
There's a lot
remember
of
if some
error.
people come in off a boat, they got to get swarmed in by all the folks that's already there. That's just be
Right,
driving me crazy. Like, you got all these
right.
folks here. Y'all come off the boat, and now it's just the folks that came off the boat. What about all the folks that was already there?
Exactly. Right. And Roots, even the Roots is a fictional movie. It showed that the majority were already here. Remember, they show Kunta as he's a foreigner. He's the Guinea man. They ain't know nothing about no Africans, and the kids were scared of him.
Right. See? Said, please drop links to those videos, please.
Which videos?
I don't know which videos she talking about.
Yeah,
Oh,
me either.
see,
Somebody
right
asked about Alabama on Lake Martin. Do you see that? You know,
Yeah, I
you know
see
about
it.
that?
I'm not familiar with Lake Martin. I have to do
Okay.
some research
Me
on
either.
that.
Yeah, we'll get back to you. We're gonna do some research for the Alabama video.
I still have some folks who want to be called African and haven't found any Africans yet.
Right,
They're probably
Odessa?
not gonna find any
Exactly. You're not.
because that tradition. If then nobody say, we such and such, and your grandmama was such and such, and it will be an oral tradition. Most of the folks would know through oral tradition, like, oh, we come
Exactly.
from such and such and such and such.
Now there are some people. There's very rare that I've seen that did have an actual oral tradition, like you said, their family comes from Africa, and they have the actual documentation. If y'all don't got that, you shouldn't be going around claiming that you're African.
Right.
There's a whole bunch of people claim they're African without the proof of it, because you don't know. That's what I'm telling people. Y'all got to do genealogy, and that was only one branch out of all the branches. So who
Right.
are the other people in their family?
Mm.
They only
Because
have
it
proof
could
of
be
one
got
person.
swallowed in by Americans.
That's exactly what happened. It was one person on the tree, and even that person, I don't even know if they were married to. Now, I really doubt they were married to another African. And
Trocia
it's
want to know,
certain.
have I heard of Haywood?
You talking about a Hayward surname?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean that name was kind of big in the Carolinas. He said a video where Phoenix interviewed the sister who spoke on Cujo, and the video coach said the guy was talking about the
Oh,
1730
okay.
story.
Now the 1730 Cujo. I did a video with Tim Carr, and it was every bit of 2 years ago. And that's the only reason why
Mm-hmm.
I'm familiar with the information is because we sat up. It was probably 2, 3 o'clock in the morning on YouTube, going through the treaty, reading the treaty, breaking down the treaty, and what did it mean. We did a lot of treaties, but that one, the 1638 Pequot and the 1738, which was 100 years later, all stuck out to me because here you have the Englishman telling two tribes, "Yo, we need to get this one tribe," and then they killed supposed to be King Philip, I think his name was. A lot of the tribe run to Canada and go south to North and
Mm-hmm.
South Carolinas, but the ones that was caught, okay, they were now slaved or they was property or now was whoever caught them, which was either the Mohegans or the Narragansetts, I believe. But then you go 100 years later from all that warring and fighting, now you got these boats going back and forth from the coast down to the islands and coming back and
Right.
forth. And it was like, okay, who is these people that's going on these boats? So are these the Pequots that was caught in the and running? Like you said, a lot of people ran to the south, and they was like, okay, well, they would say they would be Blackfoots because they was running, and they'll go to another tribe and different things like that. And I guess Blackfoots was popular at the time. So when they get to another tribe, they would just say they was Blackfoot to keep from getting jammed up as being a Pequot because they was looking for the
Mm-hmm.
Pequots. So
And
that's just
they had the stuff on their feet too, the tar. They put the tar on their
right.
feet for
You're gonna
shoes.
have
That's
that
where we get
going
the
through.
concept of tennis shoes from.
You're gonna
You
have
hear me?
that toe on your feet walking through North Carolina.
No, but they were purposely put it on their moccasins,
Uh
you
huh.
know,
Probably
to
keep them
have that
together.
traction. Right. You can
Right.
run and be on the water because it's gonna waterproof the bottom of the shoes. But what you were saying about the New England Indians, there's actually a book called The Strengerous Puritan. I
Mm-hmm.
forget the name of the author, but it actually goes into what they were doing. And I had posted a couple years ago um, from an academic journal, and it said what they did was they took those people who they had captured from the war, and they took them down the Caribbean and traded them as cannibal Negroes so they can get quote unquote Africans from the Caribbean. So how can they trade these Pequots as cannibal Negroes if they weren't already Negroes?
Mm.
So that's the proof right there.
Right. Oh, we
So the
knew they was
first
Negroes.
so the quote unquote the first quote unquote slave ship that was actually built here was built by those people that's in that book, The Strenuous Puritans. It was built in New England, and they used it to take those Indians down to the Caribbean and sell them. Okay, and there's not that many slave ships that's documented as being specifically for shipping slaves. That's one of the rare few, and it was a
What's the name of
small
that
ship.
book again?
The Strenuous Puritan. Strenuous Puritan. I can't spell it right now. I'm not a
I
morning
think it.
person, so I'm up early. You know,
Oh yeah, we didn't
Strenuous
messed up
Puritan.
your
I can look it
hours.
up. Y'all
The
can mess up.
strenuous.
No, I'm usually up right here, but my brain's not on point. My
You
brain
said
should
the
be on point
strenuous
late at
what?
night. Strenuous Puritan. I have the
Puritan.
actual book. Strenuous Puritan. Let me see if I can find it for y'all, because I know I done spelled it wrong. But I had the
Let me
actual
see.
book in my library
Yeah, because I
somewhere.
spelled that. I murdered that. I spelled that out wrong.
I know I just did. Let me see. I'm looking it
Okay,
up.
here we go. I think I got it.
Yes, by Hugh Peters. By Hugh Peters. I'm about to put it in chat for y'all. It's by Hugh Peters.
By
Let me see.
Hugh
Probably.
Peters.
Yeah. Let me put it in
Hey,
chat for y'all.
take that out there and hey.
So this book is the proof right there. They basically talk about what they did, and they turned that Indian town that what's his name, Squanto is from, into the Plymouth Plantation. And that's what they did all up the East Coast, especially Virginia and the North Carolinas. They basically would enslave all the people in the town, take over the town, and turn it into a plantation. And some of the people will end up working on the plantation, and mostly the men or the warriors would be sent to the Caribbean
Where
or
you find
sent
that
to
book at?
another place. You said where I found the book at?
Mm-hmm.
Doing my research, because I found the other article. I found that on JSTOR doing research, and it mentioned this book, and then I bought the book.
Yeah, I
It's
was
got all
looking
that
because on
information.
Amazon it's out of copies. I'm looking for it right now.
Oh, it's out.
It's
It
out. They
should
don't
be
have any.
on. Let me see. Google Books. Let me see if Google Books is still working. It's on Google Books. Yeah, but I got it when I saw it a couple years ago.
Yeah, you caught. No
It
ebook
might be on.
available.
Let me see.
Yeah, I need that one.
Let me put this in the chat. Google Books. Yeah, but they said they tell you exactly what they did, and
Yeah,
then
somebody
people were
said it's
making up.
unavailable.
They're making up lies about the Indians, starting drama with them just to have an excuse to burn down their cornfields and things. He says $85. Yeah, it's going to be expensive. I think I paid $35 for a used
Oh
copy.
man.
Well, that's what you said your
That's a read
grandfather.
along. My boys need to on that link you gave. I get hit by the book and it's not available.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, Odessa said it on 8 books. It's $85.
Yeah, yeah,
Let me
eight
see if I
books.
can
Yeah,
find it somewhere.
yeah. I'm
I
over
mean,
here
I might
looking
be able to
too.
do, like you said, do a read along session and read it. Oh, 82. That's 82.87. That's the cheapest. Let me see if I can find it. Y'all might have to be looking or looking harder or find it at your local library. Sometimes your library might have it available, so you can read it for free.
Mm-hmm. Anything that has proof of who we are is more information that I need. I need all
Yeah.
I can get. I need it all because I'm trying to pass this on and make sure that they don't have the fight that we had, if you kind of get what I'm saying.
Right. Yeah.
Indigo, she said, you got it for the low. Yes, she did. She got it for the low,
Yeah.
low.
And so I switched it up quick. I was playing with that one. I was like, oh, and then it kind
Let
of
me
bit,
get that.
it kind of went, got circulating on there on the internet.
Uh,
This was way back in the day, and people start putting their name on it like they found it. I'm like, that's when I first started tagging. Like
right, right.
Christian shared it into the African Americans and African group. Then other people try to act like they found it, and I'm like, come on now. I
Didn't even
didn't
put your name
understand.
on it.
Yeah, I mean, I was sharing it just to share it, but if people gonna put their name on it, I need to put my name on it because I don't want to
I'm
know.
trying to tell
So
you.
they know who to go to if they need more information on
Credit's
it.
due.
You know what I'm saying? People didn't even know where it came from. So I had to start putting my name on stuff
Yeah, yeah.
just so
People like
people
saying,
know. Right? Yeah.
so
I don't get that.
Abe Books.
Hmm.
All right, here we go. Abe Books. You already know
I
I'm
mean,
gonna
if
be
it
reading
wasn't
this
so
one.
many pages, I'll make a PDF for y'all. But it's too many dang on pages.
Yeah, it's 400 pages. Now you can make
Yeah.
a PDF like that though. Say if I bought the book, I can make a PDF. Then what I have to do? I have to upload it somewhere.
Yeah, you can make it on your use your printer.
Oh yeah, that's what we need.
Hello? Yeah.
Everything need to be on PDF. Can you hear me?
Okay. It looks like yeah, I hear you. I got a phone call. What is this? I think Cambridge got this. I don't know how many pages, but they got for 750 PDF for the PDF.
$7.50.
Yeah, I don't know what exactly is in this PDF. I'm gonna
Yeah, you
post the
think
link for y'all.
folks be changing stuff, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
They ain't gonna get this one. That's
Right. Right. Let me see. I'm supposed to Cambridge, y'all. Somebody wants to spend 750 to see what's in there.
oh, the 8270, the 8287. They got one. They got one 8523, and they have two. So when somebody buy them, they gone. It's over with. And
Yeah.
it's at the University of Illinois Press, Urbana. No, that's where it's published.
All right. I'm trying to post. Y'all gonna have to put a www at the beginning because it won't let me. The link is so long.
You heard it. You
I
got to
think.
put the WW up in front of it.
Yeah. Y'all see it?
It still popped up. The church
Okay.
history Cambridge core.
Yeah. Yeah. You see it says 750 at the top. I don't know what is in there though. I don't know if that's a whole book.
It started off with some drama. It says because of the scandals in the administration of Indian affairs by the War Department, President Grant initiated an experiment by asking the different denominations to cooperate with the government in handling Indian affairs. It's already going in. I gotta get this book.
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
gotta get it.
Yeah. I mean, I might do like you said, read along. If y'all want me to do a read along.
Yeah, I mean 750. I'll snatch this
Yeah, but
up
I
and
don't know what is in the 750 they talking about. It could just be an excerpt. Do one of
oh
y'all want to
yeah.
try it out and let everybody know? Could just be an
Yeah, they might
excerpt.
try to flip one on us.
Yeah.
Let me see.
He said, did anyone know any Wilsons in North Carolina?
I know a lot of Wilsons in North Carolina. Where you at? In Wilson, North Carolina? Where you at? I got a whole city named after the Wilsons.
Wait a minute. You talking about Wilson, North Carolina, the place or the people or the family name?
No, I know a lot of Wilsons in Wilson, North Carolina.
Oh no, I'm talking about. I was asking her what she was talking
Oh,
about. I
okay,
know what
okay.
you said. Yeah.
Let me see.
Somebody said barbershop movie. The guy said Mike Tyson. Crazy Cedric Entertainer said Mike Tyson's half Cherokee. Don't put him with us.
Wow.
Well, clearly Mike Tyson's indigenous. I don't know if he's Cherokee or what he is.
Yeah, you know,
But he done
it's
married
just
about
some.
3 women from Maryland. He done been married to about 3 women from Maryland. So I don't know.
This is page 376, so they let you know that this book is very big.
Oh, it
It's a
is. Let me see if I can find it right now.
it's a
So many things on books everywhere.
certain tribes of reservation was arbitrarily assigned to certain denominations which
You see,
had
they're
the
talking
right
about the
to.
Flathead Indians on there
I'm going through it
towards the
now.
bottom.
I'm running through it online while they can see it too. It's and this was on the page that has the PDF.
Yeah.
Especially with suicide, we're told to stay away. So I'm gonna have to catch up. I need to read this book so I know what they're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Slowly object to this
Yeah.
violation of one of the
University of
fundamental
Illinois
principles of the
Press.
American Constitution. Finally.
So University of Illinois printed the book.
Right.
Okay, I got it in my hand right now. Let me see.
Here, check this out. The final revocation of some of the obnoxious provisions of the peace policy came in 1881 and is described in the last chapter of the book, which bears the title, A Victory for Religious Liberty.
Oh wow. Let me see if I can
Yeah, I
find
gotta
it.
get. This is gonna be serious. I just reading that little bit. I'm over here like, why I gotta get this book?
I'm telling you. You said the last chapter?
No. I was on page 376, and they was talking about it. Let me see. The final revocation of some of the peace policy came described in the last chapter of the book, which bears the title "A Victory for the." No, it talks about it in the last book of "A Victory for Religious Liberty." That's the name of the book. I guess that means when they
Oh.
got the religion to overcome the Indian issues. See, this is just based off of what I took off just this one little paragraph. I mean, this one little bit that I read.
The last chapter in this book has the genealogy of Hugh Peter.
No, not
That's
of
weird.
this book. I'm talking about. It was talking about the last chapter of the book, "A Victory of Religious Liberty." That's of that
Oh,
book.
okay. Well, in this book, they got his whole genealogy in here.
Oh, okay.
The authors. That's weird. That's weird. Let's
Well, it's
see.
an old book, so they probably want to put that in there. Is that book what they call it?
It
Revised.
says this one comes straight from the Michigan State Library. I guess they were reselling their books. And let me see what the date is. What is the print date? $1954. This is copyright 1954, University of Illinois.
American
And then they got the
Society of
library.
Church History, 1954. They got
Oh,
it
it might be the
copyrighted as
Library
well.
of Congress, y'all. They got the Library of Congress catalog card number 53-9765.
Oh,
For those
okay.
in DC, I guess you can go read it. Let me put it in the chat, y'all.
So you say it's in the Library of Congress.
Yeah. So what y'all could do is go on wildcat.org and see if it's anywhere local, any local library has
Hold
it.
on, let me pull that up so they can see it. You
Yeah,
said Wildcat?
Wildcat. I mean WorldCat, sorry.
Oh,
WorldCat.org.
WorldCat. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
WorldCat.org.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, I'm in. Now, what I'm looking for, that book.
Yeah, just put the name of the book. It should be in there. It should come up.
All right. Let's see what comes up here.
So all this stuff is happening in the 1600s in this book.
Yeah, 1598 to 1660. That's a lot of stuff went on because that's when King James came over here, ain't it? James.
Supposedly, yeah.
He's
It's
supposed to
got a
came.
chapter talking about encompassing the death of the king in here.
Oh
They
yeah,
got
that's
the
gonna be a
Irish,
good read.
so they were going to talk about. I didn't get into that chapter yet, but we're probably talking about the war that they had with the Irish and how a lot of them got enslaved and taken over here. You see,
Oh, they got all the
worldwide.
libraries you can go to.
Right, right.
The closest one for
Remember, we
me is
can't
in
see it.
Knoxville, Tennessee. Huh?
We can't see it on the screen.
You can't see on my screen?
All I see is no grandma killers. I mean, I
Oh,
see it on the screen with us, but I can't see it
oh no,
on
it's a delay. It's
YouTube.
gonna come up. It's a delay.
Oh, okay, okay.
Let me see.
Yeah, so they're getting some of the chapter, like one of the chapters, Agent to New England, Agent for the Massachusetts Bay. So basically, this is about Hugh Peters and what he did, basically establishing the first slave ship and some of his plantation and all that. Okay, now we see it.
So yeah, you got you had to go all the way to University of Tennessee to get that one.
What?
That's from Atlanta. But you got Knoxville, Hattiesburg, Lexington, Virginia, Norfolk, Virginia, Lafayette, Louisiana, Alexander, Virginia,
Oh, okay, that's near me.
Coral Gables in Florida, University of Miami, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Let me see, Central Michigan, University of what's that? Gulf in Canada. They got this book everywhere.
All right, so it's out there, y'all. If y'all can't buy a copy, you might be able to travel to read it.
Right, it's at one of these universities. So most of them, I think all of them's on the East Coast too. I don't see anything on the
Okay.
West. Yeah, they all on the East Coast. So yeah, that's if you're close to any one of these places. You can go in there and I don't know what you gotta have a library card or I don't know what you gotta have to get it out of the university.
I would just go straight to the librarian and ask them. They'll probably pull it up for you. I mean, if you're not taking nothing out of there, you should be able to read the
Right.
book. I mean, I done been in other university libraries. They don't ask you nothing unless you're trying to check out something.
Just as long as you
I mean,
take
they
it
don't
back.
assume that you're not a student. Right, they don't assume you're not a student. You said the closest of the University of Louisiana. You gonna go? You said I need to see some family anyway. Indigo about to take a trip. Genesis, you said a plantation in Talladega, Alabama, named Coosa Wills, 1850 in my family. That the time of the long walk in Alabama, but she didn't leave. She was a single mother, and it's a military base now. Yep, a lot of them places they turn to military bases too.
Oh yeah, you
Military
already
know
know.
what type of energy. Yeah, they know that energy that was there because we did a lot of stuff to protect our energy in these villages, especially during the war times. So, but y'all know there's a lot of
Yes.
military, a lot of their fighters, their fighter planes and things, and they have indigenous names. Even the whole march, the left, right, left, all that stuff comes from our culture. From people
That's it.
marching to the chunky games, the different ball games that we played, or marching into war.
Yeah, I suppose been gone. Uh I'm about to we're gonna have to continue this later on, Tasha. I got a few
Okay.
appointments I gotta catch.
Right. I'm gonna look through the book, y'all, and find some interesting stuff, and maybe we can do a read along later. or something.
And when me and Unc get back from the doctor, I have a take him to his doctor appointment. I'll hit you up if you're not busy. We'll get back on and we can finish. Especially because I'm gonna be looking in this book. I'm sure gonna be trying to find me one close.
Okay, I'm
So
gonna see if I can find some more online.
okay, that's would be a great read for me. And I need to holler at Miss Yardy. She's very good in California. I mean,
Yeah,
North Carolina tribes as well. Because
right.
when I was working on that map, well, she gave me so much to work with, and I had to find out what was what. So she's very good with those tribes over there
Mm,
in
yeah,
North
she
Carolina.
is.
So
Right, especially the Mattamusket. I think she descend from the Mattamusket.
yeah, yeah. So I'm gonna reach out to her um, and see if we can get a little help from her.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm about to get my uncle to the doctor, y'all. Thank y'all for coming through. Tasha, thank you for the help. Make
Yeah,
sure
no
y'all get them.
problem.
Make sure y'all get those tickets. Cause don't wait till the last minute, cause everybody's saying, "Oh, it's 50 at the door." It might not be none at the door.
Right. Yeah, you might not be able to get in at the door even with $50. Y'all need
I'm
to get and
telling
y'all need
you.
to get your hotel too, because like Phoenix was saying, it's gonna be March Madness, right?
Mm-hmm.
Don't they have
Oh,
the
the city.
Final Four down there?
Yeah, whatever part. I don't think it's gonna be the final. It might be the final four, but I know that all the hotels was booked for um uh March Madness. So I don't know what teams will be here.
Yeah.
That should be around Final Four time because it's in April. So just I don't know. Just try to plan ahead. That's all. That's the best I can do. And email us
Right.
and see what the best we can do to help you all out as the best as we can. So until
Mm-hmm.
later, I'm out. Tasha, thank you again for coming through.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, no problem.
we'll get on later on. If you're not busy, we can get it back busting again.
Okay.
All right, y'all, and we're gonna be on this channel because I'm looking for some guests to come through as well. So y'all put them the reminders on. Please share the page and let people know where we at, so they can get this work. So other than that, y'all, I'm out, y'all. All right, Tasha, peace.
All right, peace and
All right. I was trying to come out with some music. I can't even find the music to come off of that. All right, y'all, I'm out, y'all.